09 or on the web at tropicalgenerator.com. License EC 13007873.
Hey, this is Papa with Casey, Carrie, and Cody. And as most of you know, when Irma hit in September of 2017, thousands of people tried unsuccessfully to call a roofing company, but all the roofers were so overwhelmed they could not handle or even answer those calls. Now here we are, almost 3 years later, and many of those same people are still waiting to have their roofs repaired. So we are implementing our proactive list. If you want to be on our list, call me for our free tile inspection. Once we inspect your roof, you will be on the proactive list. If or when the next storm hits, you will have no need to call any roofer because we will be calling you automatically to see if you need help. We can offer emergency repairs and tarp service or whatever your roof requires. Call Papa now for our free tile inspection, 945-2700. We believe it's wise to be proactive and it costs you nothing to join our list. Call Papa for our free tile inspection at 945-2700. That's 945-2700, area code 239-945-2700. License number CCC 1331790.
When you are moving your home or office, choosing the right company makes all the difference. Rice's Moving and Transport has operated for 21 years out of Naples. They offer full packing and moving services for commercial and residential, as well as full designer services. To protect our community, they are working within all the CDC guidelines. For the month of May, Rice's Moving is offering special pricing. Call today for details. Rice's Moving and Transport in Naples, moving you into the future.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 6 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Tonight at 6, demonstrators are expected to protest outside the Collier County Courthouse. And many protesters we've talked to say they want to see changes when it comes to policing. It's also something the NAACP is pushing for. They came out with 12 steps they believe will lead to a more just system. Today, the Lee County chapter of the NAACP is going to discuss the permanent removal of the Robert E. Lee bus from downtown Fort Myers. That meeting will happen at 11:30 this morning, and it's open to the public. On Saturday, 2 demonstrations with very different messages are coming to Seed to Table in Collier County. Alfie Oaks, the owner of Oaks Farms, organized an All Lives Matter event in support of law enforcement. Later, the Activist Protection League of Southwest Florida is expected to have a separate protest. Oaks stirred up controversy for social media comments referring to coronavirus and the Black Lives Matter movement as hoaxes. High school sports fields could soon be filled with players and spectators again. Collier County School District's taking it slow with Phase 1, including screenings of student athletes, disinfecting all equipment, wearing masks, and staying outdoors for workouts and practices. We now know a Fort Myers police officer may have been able to prevent the death of a little girl. Serenity Rose Robinson died in a car crash in Fort Myers earlier this year. A new report says a police officer didn't file a report after finding drugs in her mom's car when he pulled over that mother back in January. The coronavirus has impacted minorities nationwide. Here locally, there's going to be a special town hall later today about infection prevention and caring for the Black community during the coronavirus pandemic. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
Good Wednesday morning. Your midweek commute into North Fort Myers. A little congested already on the Edison Bridge heading towards Pondella. Also delays building on Palm Beach Boulevard getting off of I-75 westbound. Eastbound slowdowns on MLK towards the interstate for only about a quarter mile. Nothing too crazy. I-75 is up to speed heading to and from Lee and Collier County. That's up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, a round of scattered rain and storms for this afternoon and for this evening. Hot and humid before that all goes down with temperatures in the 90s and our heat index over 100. Another opportunity for scattered rain and storms for your Thursday, at least for Friday. We temporarily lower our chances for rain, only a few isolated showers, nothing widespread. And then we're back to scattered storms for the weekend and all the way into next week, too. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
92.5 Fox News, making Southwest Florida great every day. 92.5 Fox News.
Marketplace is sponsored by Kronos, helping businesses attract, retain, and engage employees through cloud-based human capital management. Kronos.com. Kronos, workforce innovation that works.
Eating dinner in your underwear?
Hey, put some clothes on.
Taking cold showers every hour? Or pitching a tent in front of your refrigerator to stay cool. These are things you can do to beat the heat in your home.
And due to these difficult times, we have extended our no diagnostic fees, no trip charges, no strings. Visit FloridaCoolToday.com to schedule. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Attention, Southwest Florida. Are you ready for this? Only Naples Nissan will give you $8,000 over Kelley Blue Book value for your trade-in. Hundreds of new SUV models to choose from, all backed by our exclusive unlimited mile lifetime warranty. Pick out your favorite at NaplesNissan.com. Then come see us on Pine Ridge Road to find out the KBB.com current market value for your trade-in. We'll give you $8,000 more so you can drive that brand new Nissan home today. If KBB says it's worth $5,000, Naples Nissan will give you $13,000. If KBB says 10, we'll give you 18. You must act fast, though. Visit NaplesNissan.com for full details. Offer on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
Home is truly where the heart is. CFS Roofing Services understands that. When I saw what CFS did for my neighbor's roof, I called them. Everyone was professional, and owner David Crowther has nearly 4 decades of experience. It's obvious they care.
CFS Roofing Services, where your home matters most. Visit cfsroofing.com or call 239-561-2600. I'm David Crowther, and I approve this message.
America has never been so divided. Now, David Horowitz's Blitz exposes the media war on President Trump and their secret agenda to stop him. Already a #1 bestseller, Mark Levin says Blitz is indispensable. Mike Huckabee says you need it for the 2020 election. Blitz is in bookstores, or get the free offer and save $28. Call 800-NEWSMAX. That's 800-NEWSMAX. Or go to blitz411.com. Blitz411.com. Get David Horowitz's Blitz today.
We're all in uncharted territory, looking for ways to support our communities. At Dell Technologies, we're making sure small businesses have the right tech solutions. Dell Technologies advisors are here for you, from helping small businesses stay connected and productive while working remotely with Windows 10 and Microsoft Teams, to rapidly deploying remote work solutions that limit upfront costs with Dell Financial Services. We're standing by you every step of the way. Call 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew, Steve.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Hi. How are you? I didn't see you standing there. It's look at us. It's midweek. It's hump. What do they call it? It's getting over the hump, right? Isn't it the middle of the week? What day is it? Do we have to do a? Let's quickly do a. Let's do a Jake check quickly. Jake the Millennial, give it to me. What day is it? Is it right now? Hold on.
Hump day.
So it's Wednesday, right?
Third day of the week.
Okay, good. Third day of the week. All right. It's always good to have music when trying to comment on what day of the week it is, and going to Jake and trying to get some information. Sometimes it's not. Like this time. 239-479-5592. That is the phone number in the text line. Anytime you want to call in on the Tri-Town Construction Talk and Text line. And also, we are streaming live on YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go to Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's, and you can watch and you can see everything that's going on. You can see Jake's face sitting right there. And also, you can comment there on our YouTube channel, and you'll know when we're here. It'll just pop up on your screen. You'll get an alert. you'll see that we are ready to go and up with you. All right. Speaking of up, there's a lot of things that are up today, up to, some might say up to no good. Some might say up to real positive news, good things that are happening. One of them is Attorney General Bill Barr, who talked to Bret Baier yesterday on the Durham investigation. We're going to play some of the audio there and let everybody know what's going on with that. I think that it was an interesting interview in that what the Attorney General is talking about is, look, it takes time. Justice doesn't come flying through the door. It's a slow churn, but justice will be served. We will see something happening with the Durham investigation as far as the weaponization of the federal government against an American citizen running for president of the United States, and then some. So we're going to get to that audio and the details of what was said. Very interesting interview. So that's coming up. Also, I don't know if you heard the battle back and forth between the Chicago mayor and the Chicago alderman there that were discussing what needed to be done in the city of Chicago and the concerns about the looting and the rioting and the destruction of property there in the city of Chicago and what was going to be done. And then all of a sudden it was F-bombs and S-bombs flying around the room. Like, what did this devolve into? And the reason why I bring it up is because there are people in this country that are in denial about what is happening in their cities, of what's going on with the looting and destruction in their cities and what needs to be done. And that if you don't speak out, if you are a local politician, for example, and you see something that is wrong, you see something that you're not satisfied with, that you're not happy with that's happening, even if it's somebody that's in your party. These were two Democrats going after each other. Now, granted, one, the alderman, I guess, apparently wants to be the next mayor of the city of Chicago or is contemplating running. The mayor of the city of Chicago claiming that the person that was screaming obscenities back and forth, by the way, it went both ways, was preening to the cameras. In other words, trying to show off because they want to run. The bottom line here is that we're going to have more people that are willing to stand up and disagree with the things that are happening and put politics aside. That's even party politics. The common sense that has to rule the day. The common sense that we all have to see and look at and understand that you can't defund a police department and expect that everything is going to be fine in your city. That you can't decide that you are going to remove the bust of Robert E. Lee and keep it safe in downtown Fort Myers because you're concerned that even in the past it has been a target of individuals who wanted to take it down because of the symbolism, and that now you're being told that you can't put it back. Jake brought it up. Jake said, we had the conversation, the two of us, didn't we? Didn't you say the same thing, Jake? Didn't you say, was it me or you? I'm going to give you credit. Didn't you say that you didn't think that they were going to put the bust back up again, that they were going to take it down and it wasn't going to come back up again?
100%.
Okay. And you were right. You were like you were not a soothsayer. Well, who's the person that looks into the future and can see the future? That's called, what's that called again?
Jake the Millennial.
That's Jake the Millennial. Everybody knows that Jake the Millennial is somebody who could see into the future. Hey, what's the lotto numbers this week?
You ready?
No. Anyway, moving on. The point is that is part of the discussion now. Week News in the headline at the top of the hour. That's what we just heard, right? Lee County chapter of the NAACP is going to discuss the permanent removal of the Robert E. Lee bus from downtown Fort Myers. The meeting's going to happen today at 11:30 in the morning, and it's open to the public. I might suggest that a few people show up and express their feelings on that. So what are your feelings? 239-479-5592. Maybe you would like to call or text and maybe express your feelings on this. Look, the simple answer, everybody, is this isn't going to be the end. This is not going to be the end of it all. If the bust of Robert E. Lee does not return to downtown Fort Myers, because the NAACP says now it is time. We can't have it back. And the symbolism and slavery and the Confederacy, well, then we're going to have to start rolling down this hill with everything else. Is there anything else, Robert E. Lee, that's in the county? Oh, the name of the county. So we're going to have to start coming up with new names. And then while we're at it, if this is going to be an example, everyone, then what example will be next? Do we start looking at our founders? Do we start looking at other individuals in history that have held slaves? Do we start to go there now? Yes, we do. That's the point. That this is quite the slippery slope, that once we get this started, and we already had this happen once before, right? A few times before, but most famously in 2017 when we started to see a lot of statues being removed on college campuses and other places in downtown areas. That wasn't enough. We're going to be in this place once again. And whatever happened to the teachable moments, everybody? Whatever happened to the fact that we can keep statues, we can keep names, we can keep busts of individuals and understand the history behind the individual, the history behind why it exists, why it's there, and how getting rid of statues and movies and books and whatever else. I mean, how far are we going to listen? Are we going to get to a point now where we're going to say we can't even show, let's say, Gone with the Wind on HBO or something? I mean, is that where that's never going to happen? So, I mean, I guess that's one thing that we don't have to worry about. Oh, wait, this just in. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. That's the latest. Did you hear this? Did you hear about this, Jake? Jake doesn't even know what Gone with the Wind is. Do you even know what Gone with the Wind is?
Yeah, it was a cassette movie that was 2 cassettes that was sat in my house wrapped in plastic that no one ever watched my entire life.
Yeah, that movie. Well, anyway, the point is that Gone with the Wind now is being removed from HBO Max. Growing concerns about racial injustice in the wake of the killing of George Floyd. That's from the Wall Street Journal. So, Gone with the Wind now. We're not allowed to watch Gone with the Wind. Anything else coming our way? Yes. Rather than it being a teachable moment, a movie to watch, a movie of a period of time where we can use this movie to say this is what happened, to understand history and to learn from history. By removing history, you think that it's removing what? By removing movies like Gone with the Wind, by removing the bust of Robert E. Lee downtown, by all of these things do what? Number one, it's not going to end here. There will be individuals in this country, individuals who, I'm not sure specifically who they are, but we all know that they exist, who would like to see this country, I don't know, dismantled, changed, changing the Constitution, getting specific with that. That will never be satisfied, and ultimately will want to take the next step. What will come next? What will be the next thing that we'll try to remove, erase from history? As if you don't watch Gone with the Wind on HBO, then it never happened. It's gone. We don't have to worry about it. Or is it because you're offended by it? Well, if you're offended by it, wouldn't it be better to, well, number one, if you're offended by it, don't watch. But also you could watch and learn and see and teach and make it a teachable moment so that generations into the future will understand what was and not what is, and to be better. So, I wonder what you think about it. 239-479-5592. Rose in Fort Denard said she's offended by those offended. Okay. We have a text that says, all this is a movement to take away freedoms, and the more freedoms we give up, the more they're going to take. If you start letting them censor what we watch and what we say, statues and books will soon be a communist country and turn it into a dictatorship. Well, we hope it doesn't get to that far. But the point is that you can't just decide that you're going to remove a movie or remove a bust or do things to remove, and that is going to, in and of itself, remove what is. Or what has been our past, not what is. Because what is can change. Especially if we are willing to have teachable moments in our life to say to our kids, look, this is the way it was, but it is no longer this way. Because we have the greatest country in the history of mankind. One that has been blessed, one that you could say Providence had a part in it. And knowing that as we move forward, we can do better and get better and grow, but understanding where we were and how good it is that we are not in that place any longer. So, all right, Kurt's in Naples wanted to weigh in on this. Hey, Kurt.
Hey, good morning. I agree with everything you're saying.
But
you hit me with something that really bothered me when you talked about Gone with the Wind. And, I remember in the 30s studying history when the Nazi Party was taking over Germany. I remember reading about they took certain books away, burned them, and took certain things like that away from
the censorship,
people so they couldn't learn.
Yep.
And I'm feeling like that's what they're trying to do here, say these people that we know are out there, and I agree with you. I'm just so afraid that we're heading down that road that we're not going to be able to come back. And, we have the greatest country in the world.
Yeah, Kurt, if you're on the other side of this, you might say, how are you supposed to learn not to repeat history if you don't know what history is or what the history has been? It's okay to understand that there is a history, and it's okay to look back, and it's okay to see movies that depict the period, things that happened in time, knowing that that's not the way it is now, and knowing that you can get away from that and further away from that and do better. And again, teachable moments, I think, are so important.
Yeah, especially today with a lot of young people, and there's a lot of things you and I probably have experienced that they never have, and they may never do with their whole lives.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. It's very important we learn and move forward.
Yeah.
And don't live in the Civil War.
Right.
But learn from it, like you say.
Yeah, Kurt, I've got to run, but thanks. I appreciate the call. 239-479-5592. Maybe you want to comment on this. I just heard that on the top of the news this morning. Didn't realize that Jake the Millennial has proven to be clairvoyant. I think that's the right word, as he's on the phone. That he knew. We take away the bust of Robert E. Lee, the Sons of the Confederacy, I believe, who took it down. They were concerned about whether or not it would be targeted if there were protests downtown. And Jake said, they're going to take it down and it's not going to come back up. Oh, no. Is he right? Should that be the case? All right, we'll talk to you about it coming up. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here's Sabrina Katz.
Traffic slowing on Michigan Avenue heading west of Marsh Avenue. Also delays northbound on Veronica of Michigan heading towards Palm Beach Boulevard. The best way to avoid this slowdown, just hop on Marsh Avenue. Also congestion building on 6 Mile north of Daniels Parkway. A great alternate is Plantation, and slowing traffic for about a half mile southbound on Tree Line towards Daniels Parkway. That's up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
93 degrees, hot and humid for today with our heat index over 100, as eventually afternoon and evening scattered rain and storms are going to be popping up. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
This Fox Business Report is presented by Gulf Shore Business Magazine, online at gulfshorebusiness.com.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
An investment firm that's put money into SpaceX and Amazon is betting the next big thing is flying taxis. Bailey Gifford just invested $35 million into the German aviation firm Lilium, which hopes to have flying taxis out and about by 2025. Movie theaters are preparing to reopen after 3 months of near total blackout. AMC says it'll have nearly all its theaters open by mid-July. Outcry as some nursing homes try to grab Medicaid patients' $1,200 stimulus checks. Lawmakers warning that's not legal. And a lawsuit accuses paint company Benjamin Moore of burying hazardous waste. Stocks ended mixed yesterday. The Dow slid 300 points. The Nasdaq up 29. I'm Carmen Roberts. That's your Fox Business Report. Invested in you.
You're more focused than ever on keeping your employees and customers safe. Cintas has the products and services you need to feel prepared. Our Cintas technicians can apply our disinfectant and sanitizer spray throughout your facility. Our Ultra Clean service for restrooms uses a sanitizer effective against certain germs, bacteria, and viruses. And we'll help you stay well-stocked with hand sanitizer, face masks, and essential PPE. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
92.5 Fox News.
We are going to make America great again.
Right, all along.
Lower taxes, debt reduction, increased reserves. That's what Kevin Ruane did as mayor of Sanibel. Now Kevin Ruane is running for District 1 on the Lee County Commission. An accountant and businessman, Kevin Ruane knows what it takes to balance a budget and has the record to prove it. Kevin cut Sanibel's taxes by 26% and reduced debt by 80%, all while increasing the city's reserve funds. Now, more than ever, Lee County needs a strong conservative that knows how to run a business and isn't afraid to make the tough decisions to get our economy back on track. We need Kevin Ruane on the County Commission, guiding the way to job creation and financial stability as our economy recovers from the coronavirus crisis. Kevin will bring his 40 years of business experience and his proven record of results to the County Commission to lead the charge in the tough times that lie ahead. Let's put Kevin Ruane to work for us. Vote for Kevin Ruane for Lee County Commissioner. Paid by Kevin Ruane, Republican, for Lee County Commissioner, District 1.
Your local 1-hour air conditioning and heating team is open and ready to serve you. AC isn't a luxury, but rather is essential to your life. Give our team a call at 844-1-HOUR or visit onehourair.com.
Even in my 80s, every dive is exciting and enjoyable. When I developed cataracts years ago, I couldn't see well underwater. You can have the best gear and know the best dive spots. If your eyes aren't the best, it's just not the same. And Dr. Scheibo knows that.
Knowing how much Jimbo cares about diving, it was a privilege to fix his vision.
It's great to know that we got eye doctors in our area that care just as much about me as I care about being in the water.
Hi, this is Dr. Scheibel from Community Eye Center. My partner, Dr. Spatafora, and I want to remind everybody, don't be a spreader. The coronavirus is so tiny, 100 million particles fit on the head of a pin. As we run around in our trucks and cars and play golf and go fishing and go to work and do the things we like to do, we are spreading the virus. The virus can only move with us. Over 65, diabetes, COPD, all these folks will be hurt severely by this virus. Wash your hands, be careful, don't be a spreader.
Hey, Sean Hannity here for Cathedral Roofing Innovations. Now, Hurricane Irma was a long time ago, but believe it or not, well, problems with tile roofs, they continue to occur as a result. Now, many homeowners are just now feeling the effects of the hidden damage that occurred to their tile roof. Now, whether it's new leaks, cracked, unsecured tiles, these roofs are living on borrowed time. Now, tile roofs, by nature of their design, are susceptible to lift and powerful storms like hurricanes. When this occurs, your tile underlayment can be compromised, but you would not realize it until possibly years later. Now, with Cathedral Roofing Innovations, you get a great roofing company to inspect your roof for any damage. And just because you don't have leaks doesn't mean you don't have issues. Just go to cathedralroofingnaples.com. They are the tile experts in Naples, and they will start the inspection process right away. Just go to cathedralroofingnaples.com, cathedralroofingnaples.com.
License number CCC 1331928.
Are you ready to embark on your healthcare journey? At Millennium Physician Group, we want you, our patient, to be in good health always. That's why we created our Destination Health New Patient Program. It's all about partnering with your primary care provider to achieve the best healthcare outcome for you. Now, are you ready for the journey of your life? Connect with Millennium Physician Group and be on your way to Destination Health. Call 844-CALL-MPG. 844-CALL-MPG, millenniumphysician.com.
Pandemic, market drops, elections. Don't let the noise and fear distract you. Where do you go for clarity in uncertain times? For experienced advice on planning for retirement, tune in to Saving the Investor with Alfie Townsend, Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. or visit us at savingtheinvestor.com.
Hearing about a lot of chlorine, everybody. Hearing a lot of chlorine in water around Southwest Florida. Max, my buddy over at Pelican Water Systems, is saying, seems like there's an uptick in the amount of chlorine in your water. Is that you? Is your chlorine smell in your water just driving you crazy? Maybe the chemicals? Maybe the fact that your family's drinking it, you're showering in it. Enough. Just go ahead and call them. Call Max. Schedule your free, no-obligation Pelican water test right now. They don't have to come in your home to test the water. They have a zero-contact option, and you can see exactly what's in your water, right? You might not even like what you find. But look, with the Pelican Water System, city or well water, you're going to love the way now that your water tastes. Your family's going to love it as well. Both salt and salt-free systems, so you're going to love not lugging in those bags of salt. And of course, you're going to love not hassling with buying bottled water, right? So for your free zero-contact Pelican water test, give Max a call. 239-880-7799. Tell him Drew Steele told you to call. 239-880-7799. Look, there's never any pressure. You can schedule online at pelicanwestfl.com.
Want to make your home a more comfortable place, but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, they'll show you our full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits into your home budget. Because in this economy, who couldn't use a little more comfort? Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Visit Accurate Comfort Services online at AccurateComfortServices.com today. License number CMC 057023.
When you are moving your home or office, choosing the right company makes all the difference. Rice's Moving and Transport has operated for 21 years out of Naples. They offer full packing and moving services for commercial and residential, as well as full designer services. To help our locals, Rice's Moving is extending their special pricing on all local moves for the summer. To protect our community, they are working within all the CDC guidelines. Rice's Moving and Transport in Naples, moving you into the future.
Attention, Southwest Florida. Are you ready for this? Only Naples Nissan will give you $8,000 over Kelley Blue Book value for your trade-in. Hundreds of new SUV models to choose from, all backed by our exclusive unlimited mile lifetime warranty. Pick out your favorite at NaplesNissan.com. Then come see us on Pine Ridge Road to find out the KBB.com current market value for your trade-in. We'll give you $8,000 more so you can drive that brand new Nissan home today. If KBB says it's worth $5,000, Naples Nissan will give you $13,000. If KBB says 10, we'll give you 18. You must act fast, though. Visit NaplesNissan.com for full details. Offer on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Tonight at 6, demonstrators are expected to protest outside the Collier County Courthouse. And many protesters we've talked to say they want to see changes when it comes to policing. It's also something the NAACP is pushing for. They came out with 12 steps they believe will lead to a more just system. Today, the Lee County chapter of the NAACP is going to discuss the permanent removal of the Robert E. Lee bus from downtown Fort Myers. That meeting will happen at 11:30 this morning, and it's open to the public. On Saturday, 2 demonstrations with very different messages are coming to Seed to Table in Collier County. Alfie Oakes, the owner of Oakes Farms, organized an All Lives Matter event in support of law enforcement. Later, the Activist Protection League of Southwest Florida is expected to have a separate protest. Oakes stirred up controversy for social media comments referring to coronavirus and the Black Lives Matter movement as hoaxes. High school sports fields could soon be filled with players and spectators again. Collier County School District's taking it slow with Phase 1, including screenings of student athletes, disinfecting all equipment, wearing masks, and staying outdoors for workouts and practices. We now know a Fort Myers police officer may have been able to prevent the death of a little girl. Serenity Rose Robinson died in a car crash in Fort Myers earlier this year. A new report says a police officer didn't file a report after finding drugs in her mom's car when he pulled over that mother back in January. The coronavirus has impacted minorities nationwide. Here locally, there's going to be a special town hall later today about infection prevention and caring for the Black community during the coronavirus pandemic. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
Traffic slowing on Michigan Avenue heading west of Marsh Avenue. Also delays northbound on Veronica of Michigan heading towards Palm Beach Boulevard. The best way to avoid this slowdown, just hop on Marsh Avenue. Also congestion building on 6 Mile north of Daniels Parkway. A great alternate is Plantation, and slowing traffic for about a half mile southbound on Tree Line towards Daniels Parkway. That's up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, a round of scattered rain and storms for this afternoon and for this evening. Hot and humid before that all goes down, with temperatures in the 90s and our heat index over 100. Another opportunity for scattered rain and storms for your Thursday, at least for Friday. We temporarily lower our chances for rain, only a few isolated showers, nothing widespread. And then we're back to scattered storms for the weekend and all the way into next week, too. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
More delightful than driving a convertible Bentley while wearing mink underpants. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, Michael Crothers, owner of Pure Air Conditioning. You might have seen our matte gray trucks with blue and white lettering on the road. Just know that in every truck you see, there's a certified technician who is trained to repair your system, not just sell you a system. As always, you can chat with us online at getpureair.com. Also, please join me every Saturday at 11:30 for the Get Pure Air radio show. I'll be talking about everything from air conditioning maintenance to troubleshooting tips.
Hey, this is Adam Botana from Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, the only family-owned and operated boat club in Southwest Florida. And you know, one of the best ways to social distance is to be on a boat. At Baywater, we have a contractual 10-to-1 member-to-boat ratio. That gives you unlimited access to over 40 of our boats. Whether you're fishing or just cruising, Baywater has you covered. And folks, the water is great. It's the best water we've had in Southwest Florida in a couple decades. Want to keep the boat overnight? At Baywater, anything is possible. And this weekend, we're holding an open house and running special pricing. So stop by and see the Baywater difference. Call me, Adam Botana, at 239-495-0455. That's 495-0455. Again, 495-0455. Or find us online at BW Boat Club or just Google BW Boat Club. Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, the exclusive club of Southwest Florida.
My name is Dr. William Figglestaller. As a businessman and investor here in Southwest Florida, I've built my fair share of buildings. In Congress, I will fight to build something new. A massive wall along our southern border, one that keeps the criminals, rapists, and drug lords out for good. I'm Dr. William Figglestaller, and I approve this message because no matter what the career politicians say, my plan is simple. Secure the border, end illegal immigration, ban sanctuary cities, support President Trump, and put America first.
Paid for by Dr. William Figglestaller for Congress.
True relief for back and neck pain. Sitting at home with back or neck pain, lying in a recliner suffering with leg pain or weakness, out of shape from sciatica, stenosis, or neuropathy? Get relief and get your life back. Non-surgical spinal decompression. This is Dr. Johnson, D.C. at 596 Back. Spinal decompression is an ingenious, innovative treatment that has shattered doctors' traditional ways of treating back or neck problems. Doctors have been left scratching their heads. Finally, avoid needles, epidurals, and drugs. This treatment is also super comfortable. Patients of any age can be treated and doesn't involve any hanging upside down. It uses a relaxing, computerized table to gently remove pressure on spinal nerves and discs, relieving pain, numbness, or weakness. Our Medicare-friendly office, Johnson Spinal Care, right on Highway 41, is disinfected between all patients in no long waits. Call now and get seen quickly and safely. Call 596-BACK, 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Stay right, 92.5 Fox News 239-479-5592. That is the phone number in the text line, the Tri-Town Construction Talk and text line. Also streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to watch. Just go to YouTube, type in Drew Steele Radio with 3 E's, Steele with 3 E's. And please subscribe to the channel. We do appreciate it. And so does Jake. Jake always appreciates that. Jake, who can see into the future. Somebody who knew that the bust of Robert E. Lee downtown Fort Myers might be questioned as to whether or not it was going to come back. I said, no, it's going to come back. And Jake said, no, I'm telling you. And he also said the lottery numbers are 62, 17. And he named off a bunch of numbers, and I had no idea. Is that true?
Yeah, I don't want to give out that information.
Why not?
Because then no one will win the lottery. Everyone will get like $5.
It's a good point. But it's $5.
Yeah, $5.
When's the last time you played the lottery and hit for $5? Be honest.
I've never played the lottery.
Really? And why is that?
It's against my religion.
Really? Tell me more. Well, tell me more about this religion that you have that doesn't allow for
gambling.
Yeah, tell me about it. Are you serious? No, hold on a second. All right, stop the music. Are you serious?
100%.
Well, good for you. No, I appreciate that. This is something new, Jake. I didn't know this. It's a kind of a newfound respect. If that's something that is against your values and your religion, that you feel like gambling is something that shouldn't be done, I think that's a good thing.
It's no bueno.
That too. So,
and for those people who are, crowding the lines when I just want to pay for my gas and my Red Bull, your 800 scratch-off cards.
So wait a minute. Just to be clear, before we get back to the program and your calls, 239-479-5592, just to be clear, it is about your religious convictions and what you think about gambling specifically. It's not about the fact that you're angry because you can't get out of the gas station quick enough.
That's at least 40% of it.
You do realize how convictions work, right? There's no percentages there. It's cut and dry. Like if you believe in something, there is no 40, 60, 20%. It's 100% or zero. That's a conviction. See me after class, and we'll talk about that. We'll go after convictions and get into the specifics.
I'll have to work on my math.
Oh, there's that. All right. A couple other things I wanted to mention this morning. This is fantastic. If you know about Winn-Dixie, a very patriotic company, you may not know that. Winn-Dixie supporting Folds of Honor. Folds of Honor is a fantastic organization. And they have, I think they've distributed about 24,500 scholarship programs for children of fallen and wounded soldiers. It's an amazing program, and you can support them. And here's how. You go to Winn-Dixie, you go shopping, you round up your bill, your purchase each time you shop, and then Winn-Dixie is going to match that amount up to $100,000 between now and July 4th. So an opportunity for you to help Folds of Honor and to encourage you, our listeners, to say, hey, I would love to go shopping. I could use a few extra bucks to do that. Well, guess what? That's part of what we're doing here. So we have $100 gift cards each day this week for you. So if you would like to get one of those cards, it's very simple. Just text the word honor now and throughout the program to 239-479-5592. And then Jake, the millennial, will grab his convictions and his pen, and he will jot down the number of the person who he picks at random, and you will get a $100 gift card to Winn-Dixie. And that they'll be doing each day leading up till Flag Day on Sunday, June 14th. Or you can also donate online, don't forget that, at foldsofhonor.org. So fantastic organization, and go ahead and text the word honor right now and throughout the morning, and Jake will pick someone at random. All right, this was kind of a little bit random, kind of, sort of. Has anybody talked about, besides the fact that the protesters out there and Antifa taking over the streets of certain cities, maybe not a city near you, but a city certainly that people should be concerned about because of anarchy taking over, and you would hate to see it in your own city, like Seattle. I don't know if anybody heard about what's going on in Seattle, but they have I guess, cordoned off an area in Seattle. Did you hear about this, Jake? In Seattle, there's how big is the area? It's 6 city blocks in Seattle. It's called a Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. No one's allowed inside. It's a free Capitol Hill zone or an autonomous zone where the activists have barricaded the streets. They don't let journalists in. They're not letting city officials in. Get this. They're not letting city officials in. They're not letting in journalists. Nobody gets to come into their area. 6 blocks occupied. You okay with that? If you're someone who is protesting, if you're somebody who believes in the rule of law, if you're somebody who is for defunding the police, is this your thing? Like, you're cool with that. Like, pick your city, pick your town, and then people decide that where you live in your city here in Southwest Florida, take some blocks, a couple of blocks around where you live, 6 blocks to be exact, and nobody's allowed to come in. Journalists can't come in, city officials can't come in, dare I say police probably not welcome as well, and you're okay with that, and you wouldn't do anything about that? And you would suppose that there would be a city council, maybe a mayor, maybe a governor who would say, whoa, 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 this is not acceptable. But apparently in Seattle it is. And I only bring it up because you certainly wouldn't want to see it in a city near you. And on top of this, on top of the anarchy that is happening, on top of the protests that are going on and people concerned about an uptick in coronavirus, we went from the fact that we couldn't leave our homes for 45 days. We went from all of that and being locked up and not being able to provide for your family, your livelihood, into, hey, listen, protests and everybody out there, no social distancing is fine because, it's white supremacy and everything that's going on. And it's a legacy against and violence against black people in this country, and it's about time. And so it's okay that all of this is happening because even though there's COVID that is rampant and running through the country right now, we can dismiss that because this is bigger than that. And believe me, these are not my words. These are words that have been put out by the likes of Black Lives Matter and others. Now we come to find out that Dr. Birx, remember Deborah Birx? Part of the coronavirus task team that the president put together with Dr. Fauci. She said on Monday, she told governors that yelling by protesters could negate wearing a mask to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, all right, well, that's not that big a deal. I mean, she can't be really serious. We're finding out more and more every day, and the asymptomatic spread and how asymptomatic, if you're somebody who doesn't show symptoms, we're told by the WHO now that it's not as bad as we once thought. Very rare to see individuals that would not have symptoms but have the virus mingling and passing on the virus to others until the WHO decided to take that back yesterday as well. That's a whole other story. But she says also, Dr. Birx said that 70 COVID testing sites have been destroyed amid protests, which have resulted in a dip in testing rates. Can I say that again? 70 testing sites have been destroyed by protests, which have resulted in a dip in testing rates. Do you think for 1 minute, for 1 second, that if these were Republicans, conservatives, that were out marching in the street, destroying people who, let's say, Second Amendment rights, individuals, people who believe in Constitution, the constitutional republic that we are, not a democracy. We're not a democracy. We're a constitutional republic. Again, read a book. Do you think that if there were Second Amendment rights marches going on and they were destroying COVID testing sites, if there were conservatives going out and destroying COVID testing sites, don't you think that would be front page news? Why isn't anybody talking about left-wing rioters destroying COVID testing sites? 70 of them. Well, nothing to see here. Everything's fine. Move along. Oh, by the way, don't go to church because you can't have gatherings of. All right. Just putting that out there. All right, Tom wanted to weigh in on. He's in Estero, and this 6-block occupation that's happening. Hey, Tom.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
My thoughts are, number one, this sounds just like Occupy New York. And number two, if nobody's allowed in, no government officials, etc., the first thing I would do would be to cut off the electricity, cut off the water, cut off the garbage pickup, and make this totally dark and let the people survive there and see what they're going to complain about and how they're going to ask for help then.
Well, here's the problem with that. The problem is, in order to take those steps, Tom, you have to be against what they're doing. And the key here is that when you have police stations there in that captured region that the police have been ordered to leave, that they have left vacant, that you don't have a city council, you don't have a mayor, you don't have a governor who gives a hoot about it happening. They are not stopping it. So if they have no desire to stop it, then they have no desire to do the things that you're talking about, that they're going to allow it to take place, which asks and begs the question, where's the leadership? Where does this end? What other cities will decide to do the same thing? And to suggest, and thanks for the call, Tom, I appreciate it, to suggest that it won't happen in a city near you, to suggest that it wouldn't happen here in Southwest Florida, no way. Why? Why would you say that? What reason do you have to believe that? It starts small. It starts with protests. It starts with busts of Robert E. Lee not being put back into its place where it is and has been. It goes to other portraits of Robert E. Lee, and it steps into changing the name of the county, and then it steps into, and you see how this rolls. It's the micro of the macro, which is you just have to give people a little bit. You just have to show people enough that they can get away with doing things like this before others will say, hey, they're able to do it. Why don't we see how our area reacts? And maybe we have city council and politicians that are in place that are sensitive to our questions about what is happening and our demands. We just hope that that's not the case. All right, we got to take a break. 239-479-5592 if you want to call in on the Tri-Town Construction Talk and Text line. You can always watch streaming live on YouTube, and we appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. All right. Stay right, 92.5 Fox News right all along. Let's find out what's happening with traffic up to the minute. Here's Sabrina Katz.
The crash in Collier County at South First Street and Bethune Road is slowing traffic for about 1 mile north and south. This is near the Seminole Casino. Also delays in Estero on Estero Parkway west towards 41. Lots of traffic on the highway right now heading south of Alico down towards Corkscrew. Guys, if you're commuting this way right now, make sure to use those turn signals. That's you up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
93 degrees, hot and humid for today with our heat index over 100, as eventually afternoon and evening scattered rain and storms are going to be popping up. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Rush Limbaugh. Train that is supposed to fight global warming if it ever gets built and if anybody bothers to ride the thing. The high-speed train is years behind schedule. Just since 2018, the cost has jumped from $64 billion to $77 billion. More delays and cost overruns are coming. This is not even factoring in the coronavirus to it. Among the problems, the LA Times reports, is the operating culture at the building services consultancy for the train, a global company called WSP. Now, allegedly, employees who tell the truth about problems with the California train project are told to shut up and toe the company line. If they don't, they face the coronavirus. A top executive brought in to work on the project says the people in charge have no technical background. They never disclose the real costs, and they don't tell the real truth. There's just a bunch of politicians. And this expert says the best thing that can be done with California's high-speed train is to cancel all the contracts and start over. Now, for years, I've told you this high-speed train's a train to nowhere, never was a good idea, and it'll never be a good idea. The smartest thing to do after canceling all the contracts would be to scrub the whole project and blame it on the coronavirus. Folks, it is once again my privilege to join Mahindra in honoring those who have so bravely served our country. It's time for the 7th annual Mahindra Military Salute Giveaway. To celebrate our Independence Day, the 4th of July, we will randomly select one deserving service member to receive a new Mahindra 4540 four-wheel drive tractor. It's a real deal, tough as nails, compact utility tractor with an impressive loader and 3-point lift capacities. So help us find a brave American to receive this rugged Mahindra. To nominate somebody who is active duty or a veteran of the military and to get official rules, visit rushlimbaugh.com and look for the Mahindra Military Salute Giveaway. Thanks to Mahindra, the official tractor of tough. And God bless all of you who protect our freedom.
Are you a successful small business owner? Perhaps with experience in automotive, ag, or outdoor equipment? Visit joinmahindra.com to become a part of the Mahindra dealer family. That's joinmahindra.com.
The 2020 election plays out here.
Stand up and fight those powers that be.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
On my 7th birthday, we fled our home for America. Christians like us were being persecuted. I worked hard, joined the Marines, built a business. I lived the American dream. I believe in American exceptionalism. I believe in America first. My name is Casey Askar, and I'm running for Congress to stand with President Trump, and I approve this message. I'll defend America with everything I have, because I owe everything I have to America.
For the past 58 years, Conditioned Air is focused on your comfort. Today more than ever, our business community, our nonprofits, our leaders, and our citizens are relying on each other for strength. It's not a me thing, a you thing, it's a we time in our lives. Conditioned Air is here for you and here for our community. Whether you're looking for routine air conditioning, service and repair for your home, installation of a new air conditioning system in a large commercial property, or anything in between, our Conditioned Air team is eager to help. You can count on the people of Conditioned Air. We are your neighbors, parents of school children, volunteers in the communities, coworkers, consumers, and supporters of all types of businesses. We want to help you when and where you need us, at your business or in your home. Your comfort is essential. Invest wisely. Conditioned Air, the comfort people since 1962, serving all of Southwest Florida. Call 1-888-COLD-AIR or log on to conditionedair.com. License number CAC 1819590.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Now, back to Daybreak with Drew Steele.
At AARP, the American Association of Retired Persons, we're mad as heck, and we're not going to take it anymore. Over the years, you've known us for looking after Mima and Papa with discounted supplemental health insurance plans and discounts at your local buffets. But now, AARP is woke and offering Antifa provocateur training. You'll learn how to provoke police into thumping an old-timer, how to fake a fall and create a movie-quality head injury. Advanced courses will teach you in 3 easy steps how to disable an occupying force using only your cane, and how to create Molotov cocktails out of colostomy bags.
No.
Become a member now, and we'll send you a complimentary hard candy to put in your pocket. Antifa provocateur training only from AARP, because nobody's gonna suspect the old dude.
No. What was that? No. Colostomy bag was kind of funny. 239-479-55. No. 239-479-5592. No. All right, let's do this. Coming up in a couple of more minutes, Liz Harrington's going to join us. She is the GOP spokesperson for the RNC. And there's a lot that's going on. In case you forgot, there's an election coming up in about 6 months. And so what is happening with the president and the reelection? By the way, there was a poll recently that came out. I can't wait to ask Liz Harrington about this poll that suggested that, I guess Joe Biden is up by like 50, 60 points or some kind of ridiculous number. He's trouncing the president of the United States. You know how polls work, right? They're something that you can really gauge what's happening, and you can trust the polls, right?
I'm really offended personally.
There's always somebody that doesn't like them. But anyway, Liz Harrington coming up in a couple of more minutes. We'll talk about that and much more on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Visit Jason and Todd at the Diamond District.
If you're in love and in the market for a diamond, June is the perfect time to visit Jason and Todd at the Diamond District in Estero at Coconut Point. The Diamond District has partnered with De Beers in Canada and Africa and has traveled to Antwerp, Israel, and India to amass the most beautiful selection of diamonds. The Diamond District is celebrating love all month long while they continue to liquidate GIA and Forevermark loose certified diamonds and the largest selection of engagement rings in Southwest Florida, with over 2,000 from which to choose. The Diamond District is also liquidating the largest selection of diamond fashion jewelry. Save up to 60% on stunning diamond bracelets, diamond earrings, pendants, rings, and more. Whether you're getting engaged, celebrating a birthday, anniversary, or just the simple fact that you're in love. Begin your love story with a diamond from Jason and Todd at the Diamond District. You won't find a better diamond buying experience.
Visit Jason and Todd at the Diamond District.
Hi, Michael Crothers, owner of Pure Air Conditioning. Now that our economy has reopened and to help the community, we've decided to offer a safe $29 AC maintenance. All Pure Air employees are supplied with gloves, foot coverings, and KN95 masks for your and their protection. Find us online at getpureair.com to schedule your safe $29 AC maintenance. Join me every Saturday at 11:30 a.m. for the Get Pure Air radio show. I'll be talking about everything from air conditioning maintenance to troubleshooting tips.
Home is truly where the heart is. CFS Roofing Services understands that. When I saw what CFS did for my neighbor's roof, I called them. Everyone was professional, and owner David Crowther has nearly 4 decades of experience. It's obvious they care.
CFS Roofing Services, where your home matters most. Visit cfsroofing.com or call 239-561-2600. I'm David Crowther, and I approve this message.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 7 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News Update is presented by Made Pro of Southwest Florida. Professional cleaning with a personal touch.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Tonight at 6, demonstrators are expected to protest outside the Collier County Courthouse. And many protesters we've talked to say they want to see changes when it comes to policing. It's also something the NAACP is pushing for. They came out with 12 steps they believe will lead to a more just system. Today, the Lee County chapter of the NAACP is going to discuss the permanent removal of the Robert E. Lee bus from downtown Fort Myers. That meeting will happen at 11:30 this morning, and it's open to the public. On Saturday, 2 demonstrations with very different messages are coming to Seed to Table in Collier County. Alfie Oaks, the owner of Oaks Farms, organized an All Lives Matter event in support of law enforcement. Later, the Activist Protection League of Southwest Florida is expected to have a separate protest. Oaks stirred up controversy for social media comments referring to coronavirus and the Black Lives Matter movement as hoaxes. High school sports fields could soon be filled with players and spectators again. Collier County School District's taking it slow with Phase 1, including screenings of student athletes, disinfecting all equipment, wearing masks, and staying outdoors for workouts and practices. We now know a Fort Myers police officer may have been able to prevent the death of a little girl. Serenity Rose Robinson died in a car crash in Fort Myers earlier this year. A new report says a police officer didn't file a report after finding drugs in her mom's car when he pulled over that mother back in January. The coronavirus has impacted minorities nationwide. Here locally, there's going to be a special town hall later today about infection prevention and caring for the Black community during the coronavirus pandemic. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
The crash in Collier County at South First Street and Bethune Road is slowing traffic for about 1 mile north and south. This is near the Seminole Casino. Also delays in Estero on Estero Parkway west towards 41. Lots of traffic on the highway right now heading south of Alico down towards Corkscrew. Guys, if you're commuting this way right now, make sure to use those turn signals. That's you up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, a round of scattered rain and storms for this afternoon and for this evening. Hot and humid before that all goes down with temperatures in the 90s and our heat index over 100. Another opportunity for scattered rain and storms for your Thursday, at least for Friday. We temporarily lower our chances for rain, only a few isolated showers, nothing widespread. And then we're back to scattered storms for the weekend and all the way into next week, too. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
When your liberal relatives from up north come for a month, turn up 92.5 Fox News in the house, in the car, and on the radio at the beach. 92.5 Fox News. Run all along.
Eating dinner in your underwear?
Honey, put some clothes on.
Taking cold showers every hour? Or pitching a tent in front of your refrigerator to stay cool. These are things you can do to beat the heat in your home.
And due to these difficult times, we have extended our no diagnostic fees, no trip charges, no strings. Visit floridacooltoday.com to schedule. Carrier turn to the experts.
Now more than ever, it's essential to have a primary care provider ready to care for you. Book your first appointment through Millennium Physician Group's telehealth service, MPG Connect, and get established with a care team who will be there for you wherever and whenever you need. Primary and specialty care, walk-in centers, lab services, imaging centers, and COVID-19 evaluation and testing. Connect with Millennium Physician Group today and be ready for tomorrow. 844-CALL-MPG. 844-CALL-MPG. MillenniumPhysician.com.
When it comes to cataract surgery, the lens you choose matters. Blurry and weakened vision caused by cataracts are limitations to your lifestyle that you can and should live without. Dr. Jonathan Franz and the caring team of surgeons at Franz Eye Care want to help you navigate your vision challenges with an intelligent solution, the PanOptix intraocular lens. Dr. Franz is proud to not only be the first in Southwest Florida to bring you the breakthrough technology of a trifocal solution, but he is also the #1 PanOptix surgeon in the state of Florida. PanOptix is specifically designed to help patients see 20/20 at distances that are near, far, and even in between. Experience the freedom of living without glasses for distance driving, computers, and reading. With PanOptix, you will experience a clear advantage that you didn't know was possible. See your future in 2020. Find out if you are a candidate for PanOptix today by dialing star 2020 from your cell phone or call 239-418-0999.
Dial star 2020. Friends Eye Care.
America has never been so divided. Now, David Horowitz's Blitz exposes the media war on President Trump and their secret agenda to stop him. Already a #1 bestseller, Mark Levin says Blitz is indispensable. Mike Huckabee says you need it for the 2020 election. Blitz is in bookstores, or get the free offer and save $28. Call 800-NEWSMAX. That's 800-NEWSMAX. Or go to blitz411.com. Blitz411.com. Get David Horowitz's Blitz today.
We're all in uncharted territory, looking for ways to support our communities. At Dell Technologies, we're making sure small businesses have the right tech solutions. Dell Technologies advisors are here for you, from helping small businesses stay connected and productive while working remotely with Windows 10 and Microsoft Teams, to rapidly deploying remote work solutions that limit upfront costs with Dell Financial Services. We're standing by you every step of the way. Call 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. I am so glad you're here. 239-479-5592. There's the Tri-Town Construction Talk and Text line. Also, don't forget, you can watch. We are streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to check us out. Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. And please subscribe to the channel. We do appreciate that so much. Hey, should we have to compromise election security to vote in November? I know someone who has an opinion on that and many other things, and I always enjoy having her on the program. Liz Harrington is the GOP national spokesperson, joining us right now on Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. How are you this morning?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Before I get to this article, I noticed this here in the opinion piece in CNN. I did want to talk a little bit about some of the current events that are out there. One in particular, boy, I'll tell you, Liz, there's nothing says galvanized support for a candidate like Joe Biden, 65% in West Virginia there. Listen. I'm just asking, Liz. I'm just saying, at this point in the campaign, don't you do better than 65%, or is it just me?
It's unbelievable, and it shows you the enthusiasm, even during these crazy, unprecedented times. Yeah. President Trump got 94%. It's truly amazing to see the support he has. People are just so eager to go out and vote for President Trump. And yeah, I hadn't actually seen that, but 65%. No wonder they want him to stay in the basement. You see Terry McAuliffe, yeah, he's fine, leave him there, He can't hurt himself when he's hidden away.
Yeah, it's, I think the serious part about it, though, is that if people believe, this is just my heart speaking, but if people believe that Trump supporters somehow decided that they want to go someplace else, the quote unquote New York Times article that was out that was telling us all that you have all of these Republicans who want to peel away from the president, the former president of the United States who doesn't even want to support him, and everyone else. I might question that, and I think there are others that might look at some polls and question what's out there and what's being said by the media. You might want to ask Hillary Clinton how she feels about some of the big polling numbers that we're hearing about. And then when it comes to how skewed they are, the most recent of which was that what was that, an NBC? Was that the Wall Street Journal NBC poll that was talking about how Joe Biden it looks like he's running away with it until you come to find out that there were barely any Republicans as part of the polling. There's a lot of support for the president, and they're going to show up, I would say, big time in November.
Absolutely, and it's the same strategy from the media and Democrats.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd think they'd come up with something, anything new, but it's the same thing. They oversample. They just call up anybody and everybody, which, that's not how you get a good poll. You don't just call up, anybody that's not likely to vote. And they have no idea. They have no idea still to this day how to poll this president. And they get the same things over and over and over again. Yeah, and you said it. Ask Hillary Clinton how she feels about those types of suppression polls. Didn't work out so well for her. I don't know why they think it's going to work out for Joe Biden, who couldn't ever make it out of Iowa, only would ever get 3%. And the 3 other times he ran for president.
Yeah. But then on a serious note, when it comes to, the election, you had this opinion piece. Maybe you can speak to this a little bit about we shouldn't have to compromise election security to vote in November. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Absolutely. So, we keep being given this false choice by Democrats. We have to give up our constitutional freedoms to stay home during the pandemic, all of these different false choices. And then just as we're opening up our country again, we see it over and over and over in all these different states. They say, oh, no, we have to remake our elections in a liberal image that we've wanted for years. Because it's not safe enough to go out to the polls and vote. Yeah. And it's like, well, wait a minute. This is another false choice. And if you actually look at what the agenda is by Democrats, It is to have an excess of ballots out there, mail-in ballots. They've done it in California. You see what they're doing in Nevada. They want more ballots out there so they can get ballot harvesting, and that's what this is about. There's an agenda by Mark Elias, the same Mark Elias who hired Fusion GPS to smear Donald J. Trump in 2016. Well, now this is his latest so-called election integrity project, where he's suing every state imaginable, trying to get them to change their laws and ignore the laws already on the books, which many states do not allow ballot harvesting, which is you have a third party, anybody that can go door to door, nursing home to nursing home, collecting ballots. Oh, they'll give you a little help, for filling it out. Yeah. And then you never see your ballot again. This is not the way to conduct elections. A lot of states, you can designate a family member or one person to deliver one ballot. In California, they say, no, paid campaign operatives can deliver as many as they want. And that certainly would be convenient when you're sending out ballots to inactive voters who don't live there anymore or have died. And that's what's happening in Clark County, Nevada, which Mark Elias threatened to sue. And then suddenly the Democrats in that county, they changed all their rules and said, okay, we'll send them to inactive voters. And there's hundreds of thousands of inactive voters who aren't eligible, who don't live there anymore. Yeah. And so it's a complete disaster. It makes a mockery of our elections. And, for all of that talk, all of that screaming about Russia and the security of our elections for 3 years, now they want it to be just like Russia, where ballot boxes are stuffed. I mean, it's absolutely absurd.
Yeah, and we have plenty of examples if people would just take the time to look. You can even see here in the state of Florida where we have ballot harvesting issues. So you heard the story, where was it, out of Philadelphia, literally stuffing boxes for Democrat candidates. I mean, the examples are out there. You can see them. Please don't tell us that it doesn't exist, because it does, and it's right in front of your face if you take the time to look. But that's the key, right, Liz, is that that's what the media does right now. They are banking on the fact that people will not do the homework, will not look into what is going on, that they're going to trust what they say. They're going to talk in sound bites. They're never going to correct what they post. I mean, you can go on the Twitterverse and see all kinds of things that are posted without retraction at all. But they'll get plenty of likes and plenty of retweets, but that retraction will never come in the same amount of numbers, and they're banking on that.
It's so agenda-driven. I mean, the media, that's all they do now is push a left-wing agenda. And you're right, the facts, the local news reporting, you can find it. But now the mantra is, just like it was, well, it's never been proven that Joe Biden did anything wrong in Ukraine. Now it's, there's no evidence of widespread voter fraud. Just take a look. I mean, all of these states that are expanding mail-in voting are having insane problems because you can't flip a switch overnight. It takes years to roll out processes for the few states that actually have universal mail-in voting. But you can see it. There's a mail carrier in West Virginia that was caught changing ballots. Right. There's the Philadelphia example that you mentioned of a Democrat official working with a judge, buying and selling votes, stuffing boxes. The Nevada case I mentioned, where ballots are just piling up in apartment complexes waiting for anybody to exploit. And that's just in 1 week. I mean, this is so appalling, and the media just, as many times as they want to say it and ignore it, and like it doesn't happen. And they're also ignoring the fact that none of the states that have universal mail-in voting mail ballots to inactive voters. So why do all the Democrat plans want to send ballots to inactive voters? Because it's not about that. Right. And it would make a mockery of our elections. It's never been tried, and everyone used to agree that where fraud exists is most prevalent in our elections is through the absentee process. It's not the secret ballot. When you go in the voting booth, no one can tell you how to vote. No one can buy your vote. No one can coerce you or anything else. It's fast. It's secure. When you have ballot harvesting and mail-in voting, on a widespread that we've never done before, and you're sending out all these ballots to people that don't even exist. That is the opportunity for fraud. It would make a mockery, and especially when we have 5%, just 5% of the active voter rolls in California have likely moved, died, or, they're 105 years old. That just gives an indicator. These nonprofit groups give an indicator of, maybe these registrations aren't up to date. You're talking about the active rolls. 5%, you're talking about millions of ballots throughout this country that absolutely could sway an election. It would reduce the confidence. But the election lawyers would be happy because you wouldn't get the results until maybe mid-December.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the idea of, we have to do this, Liz, afterwards. After we got to wait for ballots to come in after as well that have to be counted. And where do they come from? And how does that work? I mean, there are so many ways that we have, and this isn't like the two of us talking about this and dreaming all of this up. These examples exist. They exist.
This is happening. Yeah. It's unbelievable. Yeah, talking about after Election Day, so that's their 4 pillars, right? That's what they're also suing for because they want ballots to be able to come in. It's convenient when you know how many votes you need, right?
Yeah, right.
And so you have that aspect of it. In California, there's a bill right now going through their legislature where they want ballots to be able to be delivered 17 days after Election Day. It's a joke.
Yeah.
It's an absolute joke.
Yeah, it is. But it's important that, we talk about this, that we bring this up. And by the way, Liz Harrington is joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, a GOP national spokesperson, talking about election integrity, the importance of understanding all of this as we move forward and getting ready for November, especially when you consider that before the pandemic hit, all the fundamentals, everything was there. Fundamentally, we know and we can point to all the successes of the president. And when you start to hear now, even just this past week, of the economic numbers that are out there and the 2.5 million jobs added in May, the largest gain in American history, and the news that is coming out that people are looking on the other side and seeing some things that could possibly be happening very quickly as far as the economy coming back, just like the president said. And all of a sudden, there's something else to fear. So what will that bring? That'll bring more of the rhetoric. That's going to bring more of the dissenters. It's going to bring more of what we see right now, right, Liz, of people that just want to cause trouble because ultimately they know that it wasn't too long ago that things were going pretty well.
Exactly. And these people are desperate. I mean, these are the same people that tried to impeach a president over a perfectly fine phone call. Right. And that was back in January. That was their desperate card to play. And now they're even more so. They've never had an agenda. They've never had a winning message. It's all about power, and they can see that it's slipping away, and they will do anything they can to try to prevent the president from successfully governing and getting a second term. I mean, look what their maneuvering was in the relief packages. It wasn't about helping Americans through this unprecedented pandemic from communist China. No, it was all about politics and the Green New Deal and corporate diversity boards and all their far left agenda. And the one thing they got was to incentivize people not to work, not to go back to work. Yeah. And they delayed the Paycheck Protection Program. They tried everything they can because the last thing they want to see is this country doing well and coming back, because that means they think they won't do well at the ballot box. Well, if they just stopped for a second and put the interests of the American people first, their fortunes would improve. But they're not willing to do that. They're not able to do that. And it's sad because you didn't see such forlorn looks than the Democrats and the media on Friday when we gained millions of jobs instead of losing millions.
Yep.
And that's great news, not for the president, not for the White House, but for the country. And we should all celebrate that.
Yeah, no doubt. That's a great way to put it. All right, Liz, listen, I appreciate a few minutes of your time. Hopefully we'll get a chance to do this soon. Not that there's nothing to talk about lately. It's not like we're bored or you've got nothing going on, because it's quite busy. And, man, I'll tell you what, we've got to ramp things up soon and getting excited and rallies. I can tell you here in Southwest Florida, people are ready. Is there a Trump rally coming up soon? Are we going to have one soon? They're fired up and ready.
I think we will be soon. And, by the way, can you just please go to protectthevote.com.
Mm-hmm.
That whole conversation we had about mail-in voting, you can find out where we're fighting all there, protectthevote.com.
Excellent. All right, we'll do that. All right, Liz, all the best. Thanks so much. I appreciate a few minutes of your time.
Bye-bye.
All right, we'll see you. All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Right all along, let's find out what's going on with traffic right now. Up to the minute, here's Sabrina Katz.
Traffic congested in Lehigh Acres on Gunnery Road heading south towards the Daniels extension, as well as on Ray Avenue. Very slow heading towards 82. We're at 16 miles per hour. If you're heading out of Lehigh, stick to Lee Boulevard. The crash at South 1st Street and Bethune Road is still slowing traffic, unfortunately, for about 1 mile heading south of Maine. So if you're heading southbound, go ahead and stick to State Road 29. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
93 degrees, hot and humid for today with our heat index over 100, as eventually afternoon and evening scattered rain and storms are going to be popping up. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
There's the left way, and then there's the right way. 92.5 Fox News, the conservative, smart, right voice of Southwest Florida.
Your local 1-hour air conditioning and heating team is open and ready to serve you. AC isn't a luxury, but rather is essential to your life. Give our team a call at 844-1-HOUR or visit onehourair.com.
One thing we've all learned from this devastating pandemic is that preparedness provides protection. Hurricane forecasters are calling for an above-average season this year. So now is the time to take steps to protect your home from Mother Nature's worst. Hi, I'm Keith from Storm Shield. Our mission at Storm Shield is to provide the very best storm protection available and to make the process as easy as possible. Don't take it from me, though. Listen to what our customers say or check out our testimonials online at stormshieldSWFL.com.
Yes, my name is Dwayne Channel. Storm Shield Windows, they were the only company that had the hurricane windows that we were looking for. Our best decision we made was purchasing Storm Shield windows.
Storm Shield's windows and doors reduce the exterior noise by up to 80%, and our clients typically see an average energy savings of 40%. Why choose Storm Shield? Because everyone deserves the best. Call us today at 239-491-7002 or visit stormshieldSWFL.com.
Businesses are starting to bounce back. But what if you could do better than that? What if you could adapt, deliver, and succeed in new ways with new customers? At Comcast Business, we're committed to helping you not just bounce back, but bounce forward with one of our best offers ever. Get a powerful and reliable internet and voice solution for only $29.95 a month for 3 months with a 2-year agreement. It'll help you stay ahead with a network you can count on, stay connected with 24/7 support, and thrive with flexible solutions that work wherever you are. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go online today to find out more. Plus, ask about other offers to get a prepaid card worth up to $500. Comcast Business. Offer ends 6/22/2020. Restrictions apply. Limited to new Comcast Business 75 megabits internet and one voice mobility line customers. Early termination fee applies. After 3 months, enrollment in EcoBill and auto pay required. Equipment installation taxes and fees extra. Subject to change.
I'm Dean Eagle, and this is more than just another campaign ad. This is a promise. Communist China will be held accountable. They will pay for the crisis caused by the coronavirus pandemic. As Republican Majority Leader of the Florida House of Representatives, I fought alongside Governor DeSantis to ban sanctuary cities and pass E-Verify. Now, I'm asking for your vote so I can fight alongside President Trump in Congress. I'm Dane Eagle, and if I'm elected, I will call for a tribunal to put Communist China on trial. trial, just like Nazi Germany after World War II. The world deserves the truth. What did China know? Was this an attack on the global economy? Was their intent to harm America? I will demand we get these answers. Nations affected by COVID-19 need to work together under American leadership to put Communist China on trial and uncover the truth. I'm Dane Eagle. I'm asking for your vote so I can hold Communist China accountable. That's a promise.
Paid for by Dane Eagle for Congress.
I'm Dane Eagle, and I approve this message.
Tee off and swing into summer at Coral Oaks Golf Course in Cape Coral. Come out and enjoy our excellent playing surfaces, beautiful natural surroundings, GPS golf carts, and low summer rates. Play 18 holes every day for just $35 before noon, $30 afternoon, and $25 after 2 p.m. all summer long. You can book tee times up to 7 days in advance at coraloaksgolf.com. We'll see you at Coral Oaks, where every day is a great day.
Your local 1-hour air conditioning and heating team is open and ready to serve you. AC isn't a luxury, but rather is essential to your life. Give our team a call at 844-1-HOUR or visit onehourair.com.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. Hey, want to remind everybody that Winn-Dixie is doing something fantastic, in case you don't know. They are supporting Folds of Honor. Folds of Honor is amazing. The work that they do and the scholarship program for children of fallen and wounded soldiers. You round up your purchase each time you shop at Winn-Dixie. They're going to match it up to $100,000. And we've got $100 gift cards to Winn-Dixie we want to get to you. Just text the word HONOR to 239-479-5592. And this morning, Jake's going to pick one out at random. Could be you.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, it's Drew Steele. We know Southwest Florida is Gulf Shore strong, and as businesses continue to reopen and try to get back to normalcy, we want to hear from you. Call us at 479-5577. That's 479-5577. Tell us the name and location of your business. Let us know you're back and rooting for Southwest Florida.
I'm calling about the Haagen-Dazs. We are Gulf Shore strong.
No one roots harder for Southwest Florida than 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, Sean Hannity here for Cathedral Roofing Innovations. Now, Hurricane Irma was a long time ago, but believe it or not, well, problems with tile roofs, they continue to occur as a result. Now, many homeowners are just now feeling the effects of the hidden damage that occurred to their tile roof. Now, whether it's new leaks, cracked, unsecured tiles, these roofs are living on borrowed time. Now, tile roofs, by nature of their design, are susceptible to lift and powerful storms like hurricanes. When this occurs, your tile underlayment can be compromised, but you would not realize it until possibly years later. Now, with Cathedral Roofing Innovations, you get a great roofing company to inspect your roof for any damage. And just because you don't have leaks doesn't mean you don't have issues. Just go to cathedralroofingnaples.com. They are the tile experts in Naples, and they will start the inspection process right away. Just go to cathedralroofingnaples.com, cathedralroofingnaples.com.
License number CCC 1331928.
Mamma Mia, Airport Kia. Mamma Mia, Airport Kia.
Come in today, where Kia is committed to accelerating the good on a 2020 Kia Sportage from only $23,900 with no payments for 120 days and 0% interest for 75 months. Through Kia Motors Finance with approved credit. Not all buyers will qualify. See dealer for details, plus tax and dealer fee. Offer expires 6/30/20. Or you can check us out online anytime at airportkianaples.com.
Airport Kia. Hard price, sales scores.
True relief for back and neck pain. At Johnston Spinal Care 596 Back, if you're suffering with a spinal-related problem, pain, numbness, or weakness, through the use of spinal decompression therapy, we've helped hundreds and hundreds of local residents return to a pain-free, productive life. People who once suffered from stenosis, sciatica, bulging, or herniated discs and thought there was no solution are now living pain-free. Spinal decompression is relaxing and painless, while it gently eases pressure off painful nerves and spinal discs. No pain, no needles, and no surgery. I've successfully been using spinal decompression in Southwest Florida for over 13 years, and the results are only getting better. Take your life back. Our Medicare-friendly office, Johnston Spinal Care, right on Highway 41, is disinfected between all patients and no long waits. Call now and get seen quickly and safely. Call 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Fox News, I'm Lillian Wu. The issue of defunding police, the focus of a House Judiciary Committee meeting.
Today's police brutality hearing seeks to address the crisis of racial profiling and lost trust between police departments and the community. The White House is working on police reform proposals and a Republican response to the Democrats' police reform package, which is expected to hit the House floor in about 2 weeks.
Fox's Matt Finn. Among the speakers today, Philanese Floyd, who said a final farewell to his brother George yesterday in Houston, Texas, was attended by thousands.
Actors Jamie Foxx, Channing Tatum, athletes Floyd Mayweather, J.J. Watts among the celebrities in attendance. A powerful video message played from former Vice President Joe Biden.
Fox's Casey Stegall and South Carolina's Lindsey Graham clinches his party's nomination for Senate candidate. America's listening to Fox News.
This Wink News update is presented by Stadium Dry Cleaners. Online at stadiumdrycleaners.com.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Tonight at 6, demonstrators are expected to protest outside the Collier County Courthouse. And many protesters we've talked to say they want to see changes when it comes to policing. It's also something the NAACP is pushing for. They came out with 12 steps they believe will lead to a more just system. Today, the Lee County chapter of the NAACP is going to discuss the permanent removal of the Robert E. Lee bus from downtown Fort Myers. That meeting will happen at 11:30 this morning, and it's open to the public. On Saturday, 2 demonstrations with very different messages are coming to Seed to Table in Collier County. Alfie Oakes, the owner of Oakes Farms, organized an All Lives Matter event in support of law enforcement. Later, the Activist Protection League of Southwest Florida is expected to have a separate protest. Oakes stirred up controversy for social media comments referring to coronavirus and the Black Lives Matter movement as hoaxes. High school sports fields could soon be filled with players and spectators again. Collier County School District's taking it slow with Phase 1, including screenings of student athletes, disinfecting all equipment, wearing masks, and staying outdoors for workouts and practices. We now know a Fort Myers police officer may have been able to prevent the death of a little girl. Serenity Rose Robinson died in a car crash in Fort Myers earlier this year. A new report says a police officer didn't file a report after finding drugs in her mom's car when he pulled over that mother back in January. The coronavirus has impacted minorities nationwide. Here locally, there's going to be a special town hall later today about infection prevention and caring for the Black community during the coronavirus pandemic. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
Traffic congested in Lehigh Acres on Gunnery Road heading south towards the Daniels extension, as well as on Ray Avenue. Very slow heading towards 82. We're at 16 miles per hour. If you're heading out of Lehigh, stick to Lee Boulevard. The crash at South 1st Street and Bethune Road is still slowing traffic, unfortunately, for about 1 mile heading south of Maine. So if you're heading southbound, go ahead and stick to State Road 29. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, a round of scattered rain and storms for this afternoon and for this evening. Hot and humid before that all goes down, with temperatures in the 90s and our heat index over 100. Another opportunity for scattered rain and storms for your Thursday, at least for Friday. We temporarily lower our chances for rain, only a few isolated showers, nothing widespread. And then we're back to scattered storms for the weekend and all the way into next week, too. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Join the 2020 election conversation.
The presidency of Obama, I didn't think it could get any worse than Clinton, but now I'm really worried about this coming election.
92.5 Fox News.
Hey, it's Drew Steele. Want to talk about Stadium Dry Cleaners. My good friends, they are great people there. I've been going to Stadium Dry Cleaners, I'm telling you, for as long as I can remember. And you may know Larry Rose. Now, Larry is an experienced SEC and NFL referee. Well, I know Larry has a fantastic dry cleaner and a great businessman. Look, you're going to love Stadium Dry Cleaners. They have discounts for our first responders and seniors. They have multiple locations near Publix at Daniels Crossing in Fort Myers, the Gateway Trade Center in Fort Myers, and the Elegant Image Dry Cleaners next to Walgreens on Del Prado in Cape Coral. They are Lee County's leading dry cleaner since 1988. With 30 years of experience in Lee County, I'm telling you, I trust my family's dry cleaning to Larry and the team at Stadium Dry Cleaners. So will you visit them? Visit stadiumdrycleaners.com and look for their monthly specials for great savings.
Your home is your sanctuary, your refuge, the place where you should be able to relax, decompress, and chill out. It's the place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Conditioned Air can help you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Lennox home comfort systems are built to last with the newest technology that keeps your air perfect and helps you feel more relaxed and energized. And here's some more good news. Conditioned Air is offering up to $1,600 in rebates, in addition to great financing options on a new Lennox system. That's right, Conditioned Air is making it easier than ever to achieve perfect air in your home. For all the details, call Conditioned Air at 1-888-COLD-AIR today, or visit us online at conditionedair.com. For great products, big savings, and perfect air, think Conditioned Air, the comfort people since 1962. License CAC 1819590.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News, 239-479-5592. There's the phone number and the text line, the Tri-Town Construction Talk and Text line. So I'd love to hear from you. Coming up in about 10 more minutes, Drew's College of Political Knowledge for questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you were in a PhD, and that's on the way. And also, we are streaming live anytime you want to watch. Just go to YouTube, go to Drew Steele Radio, spell Steele with 3 E's, and please subscribe to the channel. We do appreciate it. So a lot of local stories that are happening. We come to find out that there's going to be a meeting today, apparently downtown Fort Myers. It looks as if some are questioning whether or not, as the bust of Robert E. Lee was taken down there in Fort Myers, I think the Sons of the Confederacy, they took that down because they were concerned that if there was going to be protests, that it would be targeted. They took it down. And it was Jake the Millennial that had the forethought, the clairvoyance, whatever you want to call it. He was the one that said, they're not going to put it back up. They're not putting it back up. Come on, of course they're going to put it back up. Well, the Lee County chapter of the NAACP is going to discuss the permanent removal of the Robert E. Lee bust from downtown Fort Myers today at 11:30. That'll be open to the public, and you might want to speak out about this. Why? Well, first of all, I might ask you what you think about this. 239-479-5592. Is that what we're going to do? We're going to just remove the bust of Robert E. Lee. Now, nothing will. That'll be it. That's enough. That will be enough for everyone concerned. That's it. We won't talk about the fact that Lee County is named after Robert E. Lee. We won't go there. I believe there may be some portraits around Southwest Florida, maybe even downtown, that have to do with Robert E. Lee. We won't go there. No. It's just this. This is where it'll end, everybody. Just like all the other times that the issues of a statue has come up, and how they want this removed because of the history of this individual. All of those statues that were taken down in 2017. It's good to know that that was it. That there is no place else to go after that. That we're not seeing statues that are coming down in the UK, as a matter of fact. They're being thrown into the Thames. We don't see any of that happening across the country. Well, yes, we do. And I don't see how you're going to erase history by removing statues or removing portraits or changing the names around Southwest Florida of counties and states and municipalities and schools, and just go right down the line, and soon it will be our founders. And it almost feels like it's planned this way so that we can scrub clean the history of this country and maybe, I don't know, start from scratch, because maybe there are some people that just aren't happy with the way the country is right now at the moment. Is that too outrageous to say? I mean, where are we going? And again, why can't, and I'm asking you this question, and I would love to hear from you, and I see there are folks that are calling, and we'll get to your calls in a second and your texts. One of the questions is this: why can't it be a teachable moment? Why can't it be a moment where people could see the statue of individuals across the country and be able to teach about who that individual is, why they're there, and if it is something that has to do with the negativity of war, and maybe it's a civil war battle or a general, and you want to discuss, then it's a teachable moment for kids, for the future, for your family to understand who they were, what they did, what was the past that is not the present, and if there's any piece of the past that's in the present that we can change the present moving into the future, but not erasing it, but making it a teachable moment. Does that not make sense? Maybe I'm on an island. Maybe I'm on an island. I don't know. And again, I mentioned this earlier. As long as we don't see anything ridiculous happening, like taking away books or movies, like it would be silly. You would think that they would remove Gone with the Wind, let's say, from HBO. Everybody wants to watch it, and you want to see a classic. It's an award-winning movie, and it's a movie of that time period. And you wouldn't take away Gone with the Wind because yes, you would. As HBO Max removed Gone with the Wind from its platform amid growing concerns about racial injustice in the wake of the killing of George Floyd. Where does this end, everybody? Where does it end? Where does it stop? And the answer is it doesn't. The answer is it does not stop. It won't stop. We are always told that we have to have the conversation. But in reality, we can't. Because when you have one side that is not going to budge on what they want because of what they believe, with the knowledge that getting that little piece will give them an opportunity to take more, they're not going to listen to what you have to say. And maybe I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. Kevin's in Bonita. Kevin, am I missing something? What am I missing?
Does it make the lottery racist if a black person doesn't win?
I'm not getting your point. What did you say? Did you say, does it make it racist if a black person doesn't win the lottery? No. What's your point there? What are you trying to say there, Kevin? Okay, that was odd. Steve in Fort Myers. Steve, you want to comment on this? And I hope it was more enlightening than the last.
Hey, Drew, good morning.
Hi.
I think a lot of people are frustrated because of the fact that, I guess, other than Fox News, which is half of it, and conservative radio, most of our voices don't get heard at all. It is so skewed to the left. And for the last decade, maybe 2 decades, the kids have been eating a steady diet of whatever the left serves. You know, how America is bad, we're racist, and all these like that. And it's just like it's frustrating because the squeaky wheel gets the oil. Yeah. It's like it's the right. Where are the Republicans going on? No, they're not doing anything. While Nancy Pelosi's taking a knee, is all out in front of the camera. Nobody on the right. The businesses don't want to do anything because they don't want to hurt their bottom line, so they take a knee, like the NFL and now NASCAR. There's an LA Galaxy soccer player's wife who tried to stand up. She got reprimanded.
Yeah, we mentioned that yesterday.
Yeah, it doesn't end.
Oh, she didn't get No, she didn't get the LA Galaxy wife. No, he was released, from what I understand. I mean, it was worse than this.
They fired him.
Yeah,
because of the wife. I've said the country's gone because the right doesn't stand up because we just want to get along and let it go and go away. And it's frustrating because even the Fox Radio. It's nothing but Fox Radio during the news things. It's always about George Floyd. It's like, the guy, come on, David Durham wasn't mentioned, and he was killed.
Yeah.
It's always it's left. Drew, you talked about conservative, but the news breaks. It's left leaning. It's frustrating. It's like when your news comes on, I turn it off until you come back on. I can't take it. We don't have a voice. Yeah. We don't have a voice.
Well, listen, Steve,
it gets erased.
I appreciate the call, and I appreciate your passion, and thank you so much for the call. And I hope you'll stay with us and through the news. And but I understand his frustration. I understand what he is saying, and to the point that there are people locally. Again, if you want to comment on this, 239-479-5592. Here we are again. I mentioned to Jake last week about the bust of Robert E. Lee being taken down in downtown Fort Myers. They were concerned about if there were protests, it would be targeted. And Jake said they're not going to put it back up. They're going to have complaints about putting it back up, and it won't be. And we find out today that the NAACP does not want it put back up, and they want to have a discussion about it this morning, and they're going to do it. And again, how we try to remove statues because we believe like it's going to erase history, as opposed to having anything and everything that is out there that you may see as a symbol of, and instead make it a teachable moment for people to understand why it's there and look at our history and be able to then discuss our history and then see where we are in the present. You know, to Steve's point, you talk about, and what I have been saying is, if you're going to give a little bit, you're going to have to give all of it. There isn't going to be a little bit. That's the concern of so many people with the left. It's always been this way. You give us a little bit, we push the door open a crease, and then we're going to get ready to bust through the door. It's not going to be just give us a little bit. It's give us everything, and they'll take it in bits and pieces. Remember, it was the commissioner of the NFL who just the other day said,
"It has been a difficult time for our country, in particular, Black people in our country. First, my condolences to the families of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and all the families who have endured police brutality. We, the National Football League, condemn racism and the systematic oppression of Black people."
The systemic racism that's going on. So the systemic racism is out there. The commissioner of the NFL saying that, and then saying,
"We, the National Football League, admit we were wrong for not listening to NFL players earlier and encourage all to speak out and peacefully protest."
So they were wrong. We should have let them protest. Forgive us. It was a mistake. And to that, the Reverend Al Sharpton, yesterday at George Floyd's funeral there, I believe it was in Houston, said,
"All this family wants is justice." Oh, it's nice to see some people change their mind. The head of the NFL said, "Yeah, maybe we was wrong. Football players, maybe they did have the right to peacefully protest." Well, don't apologize. Give Colin Kaepernick a job back.
Well, there you go. So it's not about an apology. It's not about saying we were wrong. Now we have to give Colin Kaepernick a job back. That's it. Whether teams feel like he can play or not doesn't matter. He gets a job back, period. That's just the way it is. Oh, and by the way, when Al Sharpton says,
"All this family wants is justice."
All the family wants is justice. Well, if that's all they want, then if they're looking at the wheels of justice, they are turning. The officers are in jail. One is up for second-degree murder. The justice wheels are moving. So if they're looking just for justice, they're going to get it, right? Or at least we're going to go through the process, and certainly, by all accounts, it's going to go their way. Everybody has witnessed what happened and letting justice play out, and let's see where we go from here. But the suggestion that that's all they want, that may be all they want, but it sounds almost as if there are others that want more. And again, it's an example of that for certain individuals and certain groups, it's never going to be enough, because there is a goal at the end of all of this, and the goal is the destruction of everything that we know, is the erasing of our history, is the changing of our constitutional republic. It's deeper than just a couple of things, a picture or a statue, or it's more than that. It's more than that. All right, we'll take one more call. Let's see. Let's go to Robert. Robert's in Fort Myers. Hey, Rob.
Hey, good morning, Drew. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Hey, so I guess with this bust that has come down in 2017 and came back up and everything, I guess I'm listening to your show, and I'm kind of stuck with the question of why is there so much passion about a bust for General Lee when Fort Myers was a Yankee fort? I don't get it. And if we're talking about, you know, recognizing our history and using this as teachable moments, well, Fort Myers was a fort built for the Seminole Indian Wars. Why aren't there busts of Osceola up? Why aren't people discussing that? I mean, this is it's almost irrelevant.
Yeah, well,
it's you know, General Lee never came down to Florida.
Well, I guess it gets to the point that we're all trying to make, and you're making it very well, which is how far do you want to go back, and how far in history do you want to go, and how do you want to spell out how slavery still exists on this planet as we speak? How far do you want to go back to the wars that were taking place and the fights and the battles that were taking place long before anybody from European descent stepped foot on this continent? You know, you can go back in history, and how far do you want to go back, and how specific do you want to erase something that is there? That was there from the past. That's
but not that's like arguing. Let's go back to England and look at the wars between the Romans.
That's the point. But right, and that's the point I'm trying to make. And we got to run, Robert. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the time. But yeah, that's your point. And no, it's a great point. I mean, it's understanding, it's learning about the history of Southwest Florida. It's learning about the history of the country. It's learning about the global history. Not your definition of it or keeping out certain aspects of it, even the uncomfortable ones. You don't do that. You don't take away the uncomfortable from history, no matter where it is, whether it's in this country or globally, because it makes you uncomfortable. You leave the uncomfortable in because it's supposed to be teachable, where you look and say, we don't want this to ever happen again. That's why you don't forget. You don't erase it as if it never existed, because it did, because you don't want it to happen again. All right. That makes sense. All right. Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics and more. You get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Call right now. We'll take caller number 5 at 239-479-5592. Caller number 5. We will play Drew's College, have a little bit of fun, get you some prizes on the way next. Sabrina Katz is waiting. She's got your traffic.
Eastbound slowdowns in North Fort Myers on Pondella heading towards Business 41, as well as a slowdown on Trafalgar heading east towards Santa Barbara Boulevard. Now, Skyline's pretty packed heading south towards Cape Coral Parkway. If you want an option, you can always hop on Chiquita. And we're looking great if you're heading into Fort Myers on both bridges. Should only take you about a 2-minute commute. That drove to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
93 degrees, hot and humid for today with our heat index over 100, as eventually afternoon and evening scattered rain and storms are going to be popping up. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Tougher than plastic, harder than wood. Nothing beats the power of steel.
Drew Steel, weekday mornings at 6 on 92.5 Fox News.
My name is Dr. William Figglesdollar. As a businessman and investor here in Southwest Florida, I've built my fair share of buildings. In Congress, I will fight to build something new. A massive wall along our southern border, one that keeps the criminals, rapists, and drug lords out for good. I'm Dr. William Figglesdollar, and I approve this message because no matter what the career politicians say, my plan is simple. Secure the border, end illegal immigration, ban sanctuary cities, support President Trump, and put America first.
Paid for by Dr. William Figglesdollar for Congress.
In tile cleaning, want to let you know, look, your safety and your family's safety is their top priority. In the light of the current health and safety concerns, Zero Res wants to let you know about some of the procedures and preventative measures for added protection. Practicing safe social distancing while in your home. You can even leave or stay in another room and they can communicate with you by phone. How cool is that? Cleaning and disinfecting all equipment with EPA-registered disinfectants between each job. The techs are wearing gloves and booties. They're supplementing the supply of products that are EPA-approved to clean and disinfect hard surfaces, and as an an added preventive measure and no additional fee, they're going to treat doorknobs with the EPA-approved hospital-grade disinfecting products. Look, the top priority is to create peace of mind by providing people with healthy, safe, clean home and work environments, and they're going to continue to do just that through this difficult time. Give them a call at 239-932-9376. That's 239-932-9376 or online at ZeroResSWFL.com. Spell it backwards or forwards, it still spells the same. ZEROREZ.
Rock Solid knows you've sacrificed a lot during these difficult times. Washing your hands often, social distancing, keeping your family and community safe. Please don't forget the virus and bacteria can remain on hard surfaces like your countertops. Rock Solid's experienced experts can deep clean, sanitize, and reseal your countertops, keeping your home or business truly safe. Book your Rock Solid special safety service right now by calling 596-7676 or on the web at rocksolidnaples.com. Be safe and stay healthy.
Rock Solid. We don't stop at just countertops.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College. All right, we got Tommy. Tommy's in Fort Myers. Hello there, Tommy.
Good morning, Drew.
Good morning, sir. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We will see if you earn a PhD, and your associate's degree question starts right now. Hey, Tommy, who was the vice president of the United States in the year 2005? 2005.
2005. Man, you're going back a little ways.
That's not that far back, is it?
Where's the multiple choice at?
Okay, George W. Bush was the president. It was Bush and
Dan Quayle.
It was Bush and Cheney. That was the other Bush, but that was close.
That was my guess.
Hey, does he get a half a ding for getting the Bush part right, Jake? Half a ding?
Ding, ding.
Hold on. Let's see. He gave you half a ding. All right, that's enough. All right, let's see if you get associates on this question. Can you name 2 rights or freedoms from the First Amendment? 2 of them.
Freedom of speech, which the media doesn't believe in, and the right to assemble.
There you go. Okay, very good. All right, you got an associate. See if you get a bachelor's on this question. Who vetoes bills? Who does that?
My man.
Your man.
The president.
That is correct, sir. All right. I didn't know he was your man. All right.
Oh,
okay.
From day one.
All right, there you go. And how about the master's degree question here right now? In 1993, listen carefully, 1993, this president announced his don't ask, don't tell policy for gays in the military. Who was that? 1993. Which president?
1993.
Yes.
Would that have been Clinton?
It would have been. It is. Congratulations. You got a master's degree today on Drew's College. That's how you do it, Tommy.
Cigar?
Do you get a cigar? Do you want a cigar?
Just for that Clinton question.
Yeah. I asked for that, didn't
Thanks, Drew. I appreciate you, man. I listen to you every morning.
I appreciate you doing that. Stay right there, Tommy. We'll get you a degree, and we'll also have you talk to Jake the Millennial. And I don't know if Jake, do you have a cigar around? You don't even smoke. You don't even gamble.
Yeah, I don't have any cigars.
What do? You don't? Yeah, you just play video games. If you wanted like a cool,
I do play a lot of video games.
If you needed a video game cartridge for your like Xbox or something, he could probably hook you up.
This is Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
Attention, Southwest Florida. Are you ready for this? Only Naples Nissan will give you $8,000 over Kelley Blue Book value for your trade-in. Hundreds of new SUV models to choose from, all backed by our exclusive unlimited mile lifetime warranty. Pick out your favorite at NaplesNissan.com. Then come see us on Pine Ridge Road to find out the KBB.com current market value for your trade-in. We'll give you $8,000 more so you can drive that brand new Nissan home today. If KBB says it's worth $5,000, Naples Nissan will give you $13,000. If KBB says 10, we'll give you 18. You must act fast, though. Visit NaplesNissan.com for full details. Offer on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Dan Martineau here, owner of D.R. Martineau Roofing of Southwest Florida. I've been repairing and replacing roofs for 27 years. We operate with integrity, knowledge, and service. Google DRM Roofing or call 239-332-1441.
License number CCC 1326954.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Tyler McDaniel here, and Brad McDaniel. We're the second generation of Kenmar Care. For our whole lives, our father Ken McDaniel raised us and instilled in us the work ethic and morals which we operate under and live by today. Kenmar Care has teamed up with Maytag to bring high-quality products to you covered by Maytag's exclusive 12-year parts and 12-year dependability promise on select purchases.
Be treated like family. Call Kenmar Care.
239-437-7040. That's 437-7040.
And online at kenmarcare.com.
License number CAC 057163.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 8 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News Update is presented by CFS Roofing. Online at cfsroofing.com.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Tonight at 6, demonstrators are expected to protest outside the Collier County Courthouse. And many protesters we've talked to say they want to see changes when it comes to policing. It's also something the NAACP is pushing for. They came out with 12 steps they believe will lead to a more just system. Today, the Lee County chapter of the NAACP is going to discuss the permanent removal of the Robert E. Lee bus from downtown Fort Myers. That meeting will happen at 11:30 this morning, and it's open to the public. On Saturday, 2 demonstrations with very different messages are coming to Seed to Table in Collier County. Alfie Oakes, the owner of Oakes Farms, organized an All Lives Matter event in support of law enforcement. Later, the Activist Protection League of Southwest Florida is expected to have a separate protest. Oakes stirred up controversy for social media comments referring to coronavirus and the Black Lives Matter movement as hoaxes. High school sports fields could soon be filled with players and spectators again. Collier County School District's taking it slow with Phase 1, including screenings of student athletes, disinfecting all equipment, wearing masks, and staying outdoors for workouts and practices. We now know a Fort Myers police officer may have been able to prevent the death of a little girl. Serenity Rose Robinson died in a car crash in Fort Myers earlier this year. A new report says a police officer didn't file a report after finding drugs in her mom's car when he pulled over that mother back in January. The coronavirus has impacted minorities nationwide. Here locally, there's going to be a special town hall later today about infection prevention and caring for the Black community during the coronavirus pandemic. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News Traffic.
Eastbound slowdowns in North Fort Myers on Pondella heading towards Business 41, as well as a slowdown on Trafalgar heading east towards Santa Barbara Boulevard. Now Skyline's pretty packed heading south towards Cape Coral Parkway. If you want an option, you can always hop on Chiquita. And we're looking great if you're heading into Fort Myers on both bridges. Should only take you about a 2-minute commute. That drove to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, a round of scattered rain and storms for this afternoon and for this evening. Hot and humid before that all goes down with temperatures in the 90s and our heat index over 100. Another opportunity for scattered rain and storms for your Thursday, at least for Friday. We temporarily lower our chances for rain, only a few isolated showers, nothing widespread. And then we're back to scattered storms for the weekend and all the way into next week, too. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
The antidote to the anti-conservatives. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and yes, it is time for you to do something about your style. Well, I mean, from your style, window treatments and decor. Now, don't get me wrong, you've got a great style, but maybe you need to fix up some things in your home, maybe like I did, the treatments on your windows, blinds, shutters, shades. Well, you've got to go to Your Style Window Treatments and Decor, a veteran family-owned and operated business with multiple brands of blinds, shades, and shutters, and they have this great fabric that they use. It's called Microban, and it's one kind of treatment that you might want to think about because of its antimicrobial protection. And it inhibits the growth of bacteria, mold, and mildew that can cause stains, odors, and degrade the fabric. Yeah, you can get that at Your Style Window Treatments and Decor. And they can provide all of this with certified trained sales, installation, right through till completion. So give your style window treatments and decor a call, will you? 471-5006. You're going to love them. 239-471-5006 for your style window treatments and decor. Or visit them online at yourstylewindowtreatments.com.
Home is truly where the heart is. CFS Roofing Services understands that. When I saw what CFS did for my neighbor's roof, I called them. Everyone was professional, and owner David Crowther has nearly 4 decades of experience. It's obvious they care.
CFS Roofing Services, where your home matters most. Visit cfsroofing.com or call 239-561-2600. I'm David Crowther, and I approve this message.
Looking to kill weeds without using dangerous chemicals like glyphosate? An all-natural weed killer may be just what you're looking for. Green Gobbler's Vinegar Weed Killer is a concentrated herbicide derived naturally from corn. It's 4 times stronger than regular table vinegar, so it packs a punch against all kinds of pesky weeds. Use Green Gobbler's Vinegar Weed Killer to safely kill dandelions, crabgrass, clover, ivy, and more. It's perfect for driveways, pavers, fence lines, and other outdoor surfaces. Green Gobbler Vinegar Weed Killer is an effective and powerful herbicide, but it doesn't stop there. It's also certified for organic use, so when used properly, it won't negatively affect soil or wildlife. Since Green Gobbler's Vinegar Weed Killer is pure vinegar with no other additives, pet owners can let their pets out to play right after application. Search for Green Gobbler Vinegar Weed Killer on Amazon.com today. We offer a hassle-free money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose.
Retirement questions? You can bet Bob Grace probably has the answer. Join him every Saturday morning at 8 and Sunday at noon for Retire with Grace. It's your source for all things retirement, from how current events could affect your savings to strategies to help maximize your retirement income and everything in between. Join us, Retire with Grace with Bob Grace, Saturday mornings at 8 and Sundays at noon. Investment advisory services offered through Grace Capital Management Group, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
America has never been so divided. Now, David Horowitz's Blitz exposes the media war on President Trump and their secret agenda to stop him. Already a #1 bestseller, Mark Levin says Blitz is indispensable. Mike Huckabee says you need it for the 2020 election. Blitz is in bookstores, or get the free offer and save $28. Call 800-NEWSMAX. That's 800-NEWSMAX. Or go to blitz411.com. Blitz411.com. Get David Horowitz's Blitz today.
We're all in uncharted territory, looking for ways to support our communities. At Dell Technologies, we're making sure small businesses have the right tech solutions. Dell Technologies advisors are here for you, from helping small businesses stay connected and productive while working remotely with Windows 10 and Microsoft Teams, to rapidly deploying remote work solutions that limit upfront costs with Dell Financial Services. We're standing by you every step of the way. Call 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Oh, good morning, Southwest Florida. I'm so glad you're joining us today. 239-479-5592. There's the phone number and the text line. Also, we're streaming live on YouTube. Anytime you want to watch, you just go to YouTube. Oh, you know what? I have to actually change the screen here so you can see us. There you go. Hi. Streaming live on YouTube. Now you can see why you're here. You can watch the program, listen anytime you want. Just go to Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. And please subscribe to the channel, and we do appreciate you doing that. Now, I want to clarify something before we move on, because I was mocked by our friend Jake the Millennial just a second ago. And I want to make sure that this is clarified on the air, that everybody can hear this, so that you understand where I am coming from. Because the last thing I want to do is to say something on the air that can be taken the wrong way or mocked or anything like that. We have to clarify our position. And before we went to break and we had our winner for Drew's College, I made mention of the fact that I wasn't sure what kind of prizes that Jake had. He didn't have a cigar or anything like that because he doesn't smoke. He also, for religious reasons, we just found out this morning, doesn't play the lottery, which is awesome. Or doesn't gamble, I should say. But I said that maybe you can ask him if he has a cartridge available from one of his Xboxes, because he likes to play video. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can see he's laughing as we speak. I don't see anything funny with that. Would you like to Would you like to share with us what the joke is between you and yourself?
I'm sure it's been at least 30 years since they've sold cartridges or video games on a cartridge.
No, you could still get them on eBay.
You could get... Yeah, probably, but it's... Oh, man.
But what? So what part of what I said is wrong? Go ahead. What is it? What did I say that was it?
If you were to go to Walmart right now, you are not buying a video game on a cartridge.
I didn't say I'm going to Walmart. I said I'm going to eBay.
I mean, okay.
Okay. The fact of the matter is that was it just shows you how 239-479-5592. That is the Tri-Town Construction Talk and Text line. You might want to comment on some of the things that we're discussing that doesn't have to do with video games this morning. Attorney General Barr was on with Bret Baier in an interview that aired last night, a pretty important one. He's been talking about the Durham investigation and troubled by what he's seeing. I thought this was worth a listen, a couple of minutes, if you don't mind, of what the Attorney General said to Bret Baier last night.
You're now a few months away from an election, and there's some expectation that there's going to be at least some bombshells in there about the investigation of the investigation into Trump collusion.
Well, I can't address expectations. I can say that even with the disruption of COVID and the fact that our court system has essentially been shut down for a few months, the Durham team has been working very aggressively to move forward. And as I've also said, this isn't being driven by producing a report. We are trying to get to a point where we can hold accountable anyone who crossed the line and committed a criminal violation.
Now, I wanted to stop there because Bret Baier was like, we're in an election season and John Durham and, explosive. Sorry that the information that the former administration weaponized the federal government against the United States citizen during an election might pop up during another election season. Sorry that information would come out now. But yeah, there's things that are concerning there.
That's, I think, would be the initial stage of a resolution of Durham's investigation. But I also think that there will be public disclosure in some form of report at the appropriate time.
From what you've seen, crimes have been committed?
Well, I can't say,
Well, can you paint a picture of what it looks like as far as the broad nature of it?
Well, I think, I think before the election, I think we're concerned about the motive force behind the very aggressive investigation that was launched into the Trump campaign without, with a very thin, slender reed as a basis for it. It seemed that the Bureau was sort of spring-loaded at the end of July to drive in there and investigate a campaign, and there really wasn't much there to do that on, and that became more and more evident as they went by, but they seem to have ignored all the exculpatory evidence that was believed.
Yeah, they kept ignoring the evidence that would prove the innocence. And why did they do that? Bret Baier was saying again, bringing up the politics of all of this. And
you always get lumped in with being political, and you've pushed back against that, the characterization that you're the president's attorney. But as you get closer to an election, doesn't releasing this report and making it more at risk for falling into that political bucket?
I'm sure there are people who might say that. I've publicly made clear that this does not involve looking at President Obama or Vice President Biden. I think the people that we're looking at are not at that level, and I think...
What names we would be familiar with?
Some of them. But here's the thing. For the first time in American history, police organizations and the national security organizations were used to spy on a campaign. And there was no basis for it. And the media largely drove that. And all kinds of sensational claims were being made about the president that could have affected the election. And then later on in his administration, there were actions taken that really appear to be efforts to sabotage his campaign. And that has to be looked at. And if people want to say that I'm political because I am looking at those potential abuses of power, so be it. But
I'm just happy that the Attorney General Bill Barr recognizes that. I love the fact that he recognizes that there will be some. Listen, Bret Baier is one of them that are going to bring this up and say, well, it's a political position and it's about politicizing this, and it comes out at this time. I'm sorry. But at least he recognizes that, listen, the media is going to make it about the politicization of this, that they don't like that it would come up now. There were actions taken that really appear to be efforts to sabotage his campaign. They see it. He knows it. He knows the evidence, and so does everybody else. And the Durham report, when it does come out, is going to be something that is not going to be pleasant for the left in this country to see. It doesn't make a difference when it comes out. Sorry. It just doesn't matter. And I think that's an important aspect to all of this is, look, we know what has happened here in this case. And even in the Flynn case.
You mentioned the Flynn case. You're in the process of trying to dismiss that charge, the charges, yet the Judge Sullivan, continues on and has now a shadow prosecutor making a case that it should continue.
The argument is that it's always been understood that decisions whether to pursue an individual through the prosecution process or holding them criminally accountable is vested in the executive branch and not the courts. And he is essentially, in our view, trying to set himself up as an alternative prosecutor.
And so have you seen anything like this before?
I'm not aware of anything like this before, and I think that's why this is not being argued at the appellate stage in the District of Columbia.
Never seen anything like this before, even in the Flynn case, knowing that there was evidence there that would prove his innocence, and yet, as they were getting ready to drop the case, you have Peter Strzok who comes back and is like, no, we can't drop it yet. And all the language that was changed in the 302s, and why did that happen? And, the memos of the conversation with the FBI and Mike Flynn. Yeah, look, this is coming. The information that the Democrats do not want you to know about is coming. And the Attorney General wants everybody to know that, look, he's very troubled by what's been called to his attention so far. He sees what's happening. And I just want to emphasize this again. I'm sorry if all of this is going to pop up during an election season, but the American people need to know it's there, and they need to know it happened, and they need to know the truth. Just like a lot of other things that are going on across the country, including what's happening in some major metropolitan cities. Somebody asked me to mention this. We talked about it earlier. In Seattle, what's happening there should disturb every American, and we're going to get to that. And it does have to do with the state of what's going on today. We'll have that coming up in just a minute. But first, let's find out what's happening with traffic up to the minute. Here's Sabrina Katz.
Traffic slowing in Lehigh Acres on Bell Boulevard heading north of Milwaukee. So if you're heading towards Centinela, I would say hop on Columbus. It's fully up to speed. Traffic still congested on Lee Boulevard as well, heading southbound towards Leland Heights, but a pretty smooth commute on Homestead. And in Fort Myers, seeing that slowdown continue on Tree Line heading southbound towards Daniels. But I-75 is up to speed. If you're heading south of Colonial Boulevard, that's going to be your fastest option. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
93 degrees, hot and humid for today with our heat index over 100, as eventually afternoon and evening scattered rain and storms are going to be popping up. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Plug into the power. 92.5 Fox News.
Right. All along. Hey, it's Drew Steele, and I have something important that I want to share with you about my good friends Kevin and Todd at AMCO of Bonita Springs. Look, they understand the last thing you need to worry about in 2020 is what to do and where to go when you're having car troubles, right? Their shops know a thing or two about hard times, especially since they opened in 2008. Remember, that was during a recession, and they've worked hard from day one and every day since to make sure they simply do the right thing when it comes to your auto or truck repair needs. Not only are Kevin, Todd, and the team, great conservatives, but they're also very good at what they do when it comes to the maintenance and repairs that you need, whatever that may be. Because look, you rely on that vehicle each day to get you where you need to be. Not only do they do all things related to transmission work, but they even do brakes, air conditioning, check engine light diagnostic, tires, alignments. Look, you name it, they can handle it. Southwest Florida's come to know AMCO Bonita Springs as the place you can trust with your car or truck. So give them a call, will you? 992-2626. That's 239-992-2626. And if it's your first time into the shop, make sure you let them know you heard it right here on 92.5 Fox News.
My name is Dr. William Figglestaller. As a businessman and investor here in Southwest Florida, I've built my fair share of buildings. In Congress, I will fight to build something new. A massive wall along our southern border, one that keeps the criminals, rapists, and drug lords out for good. I'm Dr. William Figglestaller, and I approve this message because no matter what the career politicians say, my plan is simple. Secure the border, end illegal immigration, ban sanctuary cities, support President Trump, and put America first.
Paid for by Dr. William Figglestaller for Congress.
Slider man, we make your patio door slide like new, Slider man. This is our mission, to put your sliding glass door back in top condition. Slider man, we make your patio door slide like new, Slider man.
Call Sliderman toll-free, 866-594-1969.
Hey, it's Drew Steele here, and hurricane season, you know, it's upon us, and it's supposed to be a pretty active season for 2020. Get peace of mind from my friends at Generator Supercenter, the #1 Generac automatic standby generator dealer in the nation. You don't have to sweat the next outage. I've had my Generac for years. It is amazing. Get your free estimate on your Generac automatic standby generator today, in time for hurricane season, with expert installation and 24-hour monitoring. Generator Supercenter. Give them a shout at 204-3469. That's 204-3469 for Generator Supercenter.
At Rock Solid, family comes first. And during this difficult time, Rock Solid makes you part of our family with family employee pricing on everything. Rock Solid is open and is giving you a guaranteed lifetime warranty. And there's more. Rock Solid guarantees installation in just 1 week. That's right, it's guaranteed. Do your family a favor by saving big with Rock Solid's family employee pricing offer while supporting local small business. See store for details.
Rock Solid in the Pink Building, 2240 J&C Boulevard, Naples. Rock Solid. We don't stop at just countertops.
Right now is the right time to update your home office. And the place to start is getting rid of that flimsy plastic mat under your office chair. Step up to a glass chair mat by Vitraza. I'm George Pardo, president of Vitraza. We've been supplying high-quality glass chair mats made right here in the U.S. for over a decade. They're super strong and never dent. And wait until you feel what it's like to have your chair glide on a smooth glass chair mat. They're beautiful, too. They completely step up the look of your office. We now have 18 glass chair mat sizes in stock, ready to ship. If standard sizes don't fit, check out our custom design options. Shop today at Vitraza.com and save 10% with code WRIGHT. Here's our website again, V as in Victor, ITRAZZA.com, and remember, save 10% with code WRIGHT. Vitraza.com.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, 239-479-5592. There's the Tri-Town Construction Talk and Text line. Streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to watch. Just go to YouTube, type in Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's, into the search bar, and please subscribe to the channel while you're there. You'll get an alert so you'll know when we're on. Yeah, so I mentioned before the break, the reason why you have to be careful about allowing the left in this country, a left that is very real and very prevalent and very much a part of your life, even when you don't believe it's so, and that is infiltrated many parts of your life, even though you don't believe it. You can just look to academia. You want to know why we are in the position we are in? It's decades of academia in this country that has filled your kids' brains with lies and positions that If you are on the other side, you will be bullied until you submit to what it is that they want you to believe about this country, about its history. Why don't you look and see what it is that they're being taught in major cities across the country, and the kind of books that are being used and the kind of lessons that are being taught about this country? And all you have to do is allow this to happen in certain ways and just give an inch before everything begins to steamroll. If you want to make it local, you can talk about the Robert E. Lee bus downtown Fort Myers that we are now told is going to be discussed this morning, that maybe it won't go back up. What next will be changed? What next will have to be changed in this area that we live in here in Southwest Florida for individuals to be satisfied that history has been erased clean now and we can move on? The answer is it will never be able to change enough to get to that point. You just give an inch and you don't know what will be next. Antifa activists have taken over 6 city blocks in Seattle. How does that happen? A lawless Capitol Hill autonomous zone where the police precinct in that area has been is no longer being used. They're out. It's called now the captured regime. They've taken over the police precinct. They won't allow journalists. They won't allow city officials in the area. They've taken over the area. How do you think that happens? That happens when you have city officials, when you have mayors of cities and you have governors that are willing to acquiesce to the demands of the left. And it started by giving them an inch. It started by giving them a little bit and not stopping this from happening. And how do you allow that to happen? How do you do that? I might ask that it's an uncomfortable conversation to have, but we're going to have it sooner or later. And it's about, how did we allow academia to take over the brains of our kids? How did we allow them to tell our children what is and is not the truth of this nation, to allow to pick and choose what will and will not be taught under the guise of, well, listen, we don't have enough time. There's only a certain amount of time in the year, and we only have so much time to teach our kids, and so certain things are going to have to be left out of curriculum. It's happened to where now we have to supplement their education at home, and how many of you have time to do that? How did we get to that point? I'll leave it open there. Maybe we'll talk about that on the other side. Top 5 audio clips of the day. The 5 at 8:35 is coming up. And we'll get to your calls and texts on this as well.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, it's Drew Steele. We know Southwest Florida is Gulf Shore strong, and as businesses continue to reopen and try to get back to normalcy, we want to hear from you. Call us at 479-5577. That's 479-5577. Tell us the name and location of your business. Let us know you're back and rooting for Southwest Florida.
I'm calling about the Haagen-Dazs. We are Gulf Shore strong.
No one roots harder for Southwest Florida than 92.5 Fox News.
Rockstar Harley's Relief Package is here. Rockstar Harley's Relief Package allows you to trade out of your current Harley payment and no more payments till 2021 on a new Harley, or buy any new Harley and don't make any payments until 2021. Finance specialists on site to get you approved only at Rockstar Harley. On approved credit ends Sunday.
Your local 1-hour air conditioning and heating team is open and ready to serve you. AC isn't a luxury, but rather is essential to your life. Give our team a call at 844-1-HOUR or visit onehourair.com.
Attention, Southwest Florida. Are you ready for this? Only Naples Nissan will give you $8,000 over Kelley Blue Book value for your trade-in. Hundreds of new SUV models to choose from, all backed by our exclusive unlimited mile lifetime warranty. Pick out your favorite at NaplesNissan.com. Then come see us on Pine Ridge Road to find out the KBB.com current market value for your trade-in. We'll give you $8,000 more so you can drive that brand new Nissan home today. If KBB says it's worth $5,000, Naples Nissan will give you $13,000. If KBB says $10,000, we'll give you $18,000. You must act fast, though. Visit NaplesNissan.com for full details. Offer on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
On my 7th birthday, we fled our home for America. Christians like us were being persecuted. I worked hard, joined the Marines, built a business. I lived the American dream. I believe in American exceptionalism. I believe in America first. My name is Casey Askar, and I'm running for Congress to stand with President Trump. And I approve this message. I'll defend America with everything I have, because I owe everything I have to America.
Home is truly where the heart is. CFS Roofing Services understands that. When I saw what CFS did for my neighbor's roof, I called them. Everyone was professional, and owner David Crowther has nearly 4 decades of experience. It's obvious they care.
CFS Roofing Services, where your home matters most. Visit cfsroofing.com or call 239-561-2600. I'm David Crowther, and I approve this message.
Fox News, I'm Lillian Wu. His death sparked calls for change. Today, the brother of George Floyd speaks before House Committee on Police Brutality.
House Democrats unveiled legislation that would limit police immunity and prohibit chokeholds and some no-knock warrants. Other witnesses at the hearing include the Floyd family's attorney, Benjamin Crump, the chief of the Houston Police Department, and Fox News contributor and former Secret Service agent Dan Bongino.
Fox's Jared Halpern. The New York Police Union president taking a stand for officers and blasting the one who killed George Floyd.
We roundly reject what he did as disgusting. It's disgusting. It's not what we do. It's not what police officers do.
That's Mike O'Meara. And 20-time tennis Grand Slam champ Roger Federer out for the rest of the season after a setback following knee surgery. America's listening to Fox News.
This Wink News update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Tonight at 6, demonstrators are expected to protest outside the Collier County Courthouse. And many protesters we've talked to say they want to see changes when it comes to policing. It's also something the NAACP is pushing for. They came out with 12 steps they believe will lead to a more just system. Today, the Lee County chapter of the NAACP is going to discuss the permanent removal of the Robert E. Lee bus from downtown Fort Myers. That meeting will happen at 11:30 this morning, and it's open to the public. On Saturday, 2 demonstrations with very different messages are coming to Seed to Table in Collier County. Alfie Oakes, the owner of Oakes Farms, organized an All Lives Matter event in support of law enforcement. Later, the Activist Protection League of Southwest Florida is expected to have a separate protest. Oakes stirred up controversy for social media comments referring to coronavirus and the Black Lives Matter movement as hoaxes. High school sports fields could soon be filled with players and spectators again. Collier County School District's taking it slow with Phase 1, including screenings of student athletes, disinfecting all equipment, wearing masks, and staying outdoors for workouts and practices. We now know a Fort Myers police officer may have been able to prevent the death of a little girl. Serenity Rose Robinson died in a car crash in Fort Myers earlier this year. A new report says a police officer didn't file a report after finding drugs in her mom's car when he pulled over that mother back in January. The coronavirus has impacted minorities nationwide. Here locally, there's going to be a special town hall later today about infection prevention and caring for the Black community during the coronavirus pandemic. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
Traffic slowing in Lehigh Acres on Bell Boulevard heading north of Milwaukee. So if you're heading towards Centinela, I would say hop on Columbus. It's fully up to speed. Traffic still congested on Lee Boulevard as well, heading southbound towards Leland Heights, but a pretty smooth commute on Homestead. And in Fort Myers, seeing that slowdown continue on Tree Line heading southbound towards Daniels. But I-75 is up to speed. If you're heading south of Colonial Boulevard, that's going to be your fastest option. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, a round of scattered rain and storms for this afternoon and for this evening. Hot and humid before that all goes down with temperatures in the 90s and our heat index over 100. Another opportunity for scattered rain and storms for your Thursday, at least for Friday. We temporarily lower our chances for rain, only a few isolated showers, nothing widespread. And then we're back to scattered storms for the weekend and all the way into next week, too. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
People are beginning to make up their minds now, and this is a critical moment.
The 2020 election plays out here.
It's a toss-up.
92.5 Fox News.
Hi, I'm Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes. You've heard me say we're the working and retired person's country club. This means coming in for a meal, a drink, or with a party, and we will obtain your complete satisfaction with our food, service, and value. We strive for excellence with your service experience and our food. So on the rare occasion we fall short, tell us and we'll fix it. Plus, at Stevie Tomatoes, there are no pretenses, no attitudes, high prices, or rushing you in or out. Come relax, enjoy yourself, and be yourself. At Stevie's, we love meeting the men and women who currently and in the past work hard to make America great. We appreciate their values, honesty, industriousness, and affection for this great country. So head to Stevie's, where we strive for excellence in everything we do. I guarantee it. In Naples, Fort Myers, and Cape Coral. Come, come, come.
Stevie Tomatoes, sports page. Come for the food. Stay for the sports.
Hey, it's Drew Steele. I have my friend TJ Meister, owner of the Floor Meisters in Naples, on the phone. And the selection, of course, at Floor Meisters is amazing. The Core-Tech that I have now in my home. TJ, I got to tell you, it is unbelievable. My wife over the moon. It's like, it's perfect. Even down to the installation. Everything was amazing, TJ.
Well, I'm glad your wife is very happy with it.
So am I.
It's softer, it's quieter, it's beautiful, real look of wood, everything your wife wanted, and you got it all taken care of.
And so talk about the selection that you have.
Right now we have 90 colors of Core-Tech in stock, ready to go pick up, put down as soon as you want it. Everything starting at $299 on up with lifetime warranty.
You have to love Core-Tech. You've got to love TJ and Dave Meister, owner of the Floor Meisters. If you haven't been there, go there today. 6281 Naples Boulevard next to Costco. Now, whether it's carpet, tile, laminate, or hardwood flooring, they have it all. So give them a call, 239-596-4964, or on the web at floormeisters.com.
Hey, this is Adam Botana from Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, the only family-owned and operated boat club in Southwest Florida. And you know, one of the best ways to social distance is to be on a boat. At Baywater, we have a contractual 10-to-1 member-to-boat ratio. That gives you unlimited access to over 40 of our boats. Whether you're fishing or just cruising, Baywater has you covered. And folks, the water is great. It's the best water we've had in Southwest Florida in a couple decades. Want to keep the boat overnight? At Baywater, anything is possible. And this weekend, we're holding an open house and running special pricing. So stop by and see the Baywater difference. Call me, Adam Botana, at 239-495-0455. That's 495-0455. Again, 495-0455. Or find us online at BW Boat Club or just Google BW Boat Club. Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, the exclusive club of Southwest Florida.
We are Moran Wealth Management. Passionate about learning what's important to you and your family. Personable, with 24 professionals dedicated to attentive, customized service and focused on client relationships. Performance-driven. As part of Barron's top 1,200 advisors, Tom Moran, founder, CEO, and senior PIM portfolio manager, is Florida's highest-ranked advisor for 2019. Call 239-920-4440 today or visit MoranWealthManagement.com. Moran Wealth Management. Passionate, personable, performance-driven. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. There's a little bit of confusion here in the studio, and we'll explain. It will be explained in just a few more minutes. But just to let you know, 239-479-5592. That is the phone number in the text line, the Tri-Town Construction Talk and text line. Streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to watch. All you have to do is go to YouTube and type in Drew Steele, Radio Steele with 3 E's, and please subscribe. We do appreciate that. Time for the top 5 audio clips of the day. This is the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Number 5.
Well, I would really love to see our country unified, and I think he's in a great position to do that as the president, pull us together.
All right, that was Iowa Republican Senator Joni Ernst yesterday, who believes that when it comes to the death of George Floyd, there's an opportunity for the president to come together, bring the country together as a unifier. And the only reason why I'm playing that audio is because I want everybody to know that it's never, ever going to happen, because there are forces in this country that will never allow it to happen. This president can't bring the country together. We are too polarized. I hate to say it. It should not be the case, but it is the case right now, and it's incredibly unfortunate.
Number 4.
All this family wants is justice. Oh, it's nice to see some people change their mind. The head of the NFL said, yeah, maybe we was wrong. Football players, maybe they did have the right to peacefully protest. Well, don't apologize. Give Colin Kaepernick a job back.
Well, there's Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton, that was yesterday at the George Floyd funeral, and that was Al Sharpton, who's saying, listen, the family just wants justice. That's all they want. Oh, and by the way, when it comes to the NFL, here's how you can help is just give Colin Kaepernick his job back after the NFL apologized for everything that they've done. And again, there's another example of how you just give a little bit of an apology, and they want everything else to be changed and turned around, and it's just giving a little bit. Should Colin Kaepernick even have a... I mean, I don't even know if he's any good anymore.
Number 3.
It's my turn. It's my turn. You try to conflate protesting and police misconduct. And shame on you. And you're absolutely wrong. You won't address the issue. You will refuse to address the issue. Because I'm talking to you. You're not my brother. You're not my brother. You are hurting black people by acting this position. You are taking the wrong position. No, my brother. That stuff plays out. That plays out. Address the question. Do you? Oh, my gosh. You have lost control.
There's Dr. Cornel West and Leo Terrell last night fighting on Sean Hannity's program. Just go ahead, and if you want to see what kind of mess it was, just go ahead and Google Cornel West and Leo Terrell, and you can watch the fight last night. It was just it was ugly.
Number 2.
Well, we can't discuss, future charges, but I have to say that I do find it a little irritating, the propensity in the American public on all sides of the political spectrum, when they see something they think could be a criminal violation, saying, why hasn't this person been indicted yet? Why hasn't this person indicted? Why? And, there's the old saying that the wheels of justice grind slow, and they do grind slow because we have due process and we follow the process. But people should not draw from the fact that no action has been taken yet, that means that people are going to get away with wrongdoing.
That was from last night. Yesterday, Attorney General Barr on with Bret Baier in an interview that aired about John Durham. Well, a whole lot of topics, but that was the John Durham topic and why it's taking so long for the U.S. attorney to uncover this criminal investigation and to get into the details and to see heads roll and convictions, and the Attorney General saying, listen, don't, it moves slow. It's crossing the T's and dotting the I's, and don't you worry, he's aware of what is going on in this push for people to hurry up and get something happening. It feels like it's been a very long time, Attorney General, but making the point that, hey, just get ready.
Number 1.
We can't expect our police, and I don't fault them at all, to be able to control this. But I know that we asked our faith base yesterday to stand at the front line between police and looters and rioters. And I am simply not comfortable telling my churches, those people, to be the intermediary in the middle of a riot that's citywide. We need something better, because right now we only have 370 whatever National Guards on standby. Half our neighborhoods are already obliterated. It's too late. We have to come up with a better plan, because my fear is once they're done looting and rioting and whatever's going to happen tonight, God help us, what happens when they start going after residents, going into the neighborhoods? Once they start trying to break down people's doors so they think they got something, or, we know that people are here to antagonize and incite, and you've got them all pumped today, they're not going to go to bed at 8 o'clock. They're going to turn their focus in the neighborhoods. I've got gangbangers with AK-47s walking around right now, just waiting to settle some scores. What are we going to do, and what do we tell our residents other than good faith people stand up? It's not going to be enough.
Thank you, Alderman. Next question.
Well, no, I want an answer. You commented on everybody. I want an answer. It's not something you ignore. This is a question that I have.
I think you're 100% full of what I think. If you think
no offense. Who are you to tell me I'm full of?
And if you think we were not ready and we stood by and let the neighborhood go up, there's nothing intelligent that I can say to you.
Well, maybe you should come out and see what's going on.
The stupidest thing I have ever heard. I understand you want to preen. I understand that you think that you...
Mayor, you need to check your attitude. That's what you need to do. Right now, no. You need to check your attitude.
No. Okay. Just if you're wondering, it was a little long. I apologize. But two Democrats going after each other. One was an alderman in Chicago going after the Chicago mayor and saying, you don't understand. There's looting and destroying of the city, and we need to do something about this. And what are you going to do? And there are people, gangbangers, that are out there with AK-47s, and they're ready to settle some scores. And are you going to do anything to fix what's happening out here? And the mayor says, yeah, next question. And he's like, no. And then she drops an S-bomb, and he drops an F-bomb, and then they're going after it. I mean, it was ugly.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
It's the kind of thing that was... You look at a situation like that and you say, well, there's an alderman, there's somebody who's standing up to the mayor and saying, hey, I'm concerned about the city. I'm concerned about what's going on. And even though it's the same party, we want to know that there's some law and order that's taking place within the city. They've got constituents that they're worried about. And it's okay to stand up to people in your party if they're doing things wrong, if there's a problem. And speaking of things going wrong, here's... Oh, my goodness. John Cassio, look at the screen. I have to fix... Hold on a second. I've got to fix your camera. No, it's okay. I'll fix it from here. Oh, my. There you are. All right. Okay. Much better. Woo. All right. There he is. It's John Cassio. What do you do around here? I forgot what you do.
I'm your boss.
Okay, that's right. It's John Cassio, the program director here. Hi, you kind of stopped in at an interesting time in the discussion today.
That was
a little wild.
That was something, huh?
Yeah, and I know you wanted to come in to comment on a few different things that I mentioned this morning. One was the comments of Al Sharpton yesterday at the George Floyd funeral, who said the NFL has apologized. If they want to do the right thing now, it's about getting Colin Kaepernick back. And having him play once again and giving him a job back.
He hasn't played in 4 years. This is no longer a race issue, Al. Okay? This is not a race issue.
Yeah.
He hasn't played in 4 years. No one knows really what he does on a normal basis, but he's not playing football.
Yeah. So what you're saying is it's got nothing to do with the race. It has
We're past that. This has now become like, I hate to bring it way back into sports, but we joke in sports radio that the go-to segment in summertime is, should Pete Rose be in the Hall of Fame? Obviously, Pete Rose was kicked out of baseball for gambling, which now is kind of laughable since we're all going to be gambling here soon.
I know. It's insane. Pete Rose is going, what? Are you joking? Wait a minute.
Right. Okay, but now that question is, well, put Colin Kaepernick back in the NFL.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Right. If he can play, it doesn't matter if he can play or not. To just get him out there.
Yes.
Because you have to do
if
something
he
now
won 3 Super Bowls and was a league MVP and still had it, he'd be in the league.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go.
It's ridiculous.
Hey, do you have an opinion on the possibility that the bust of Robert E. Lee that was removed from downtown Fort Myers now may not go back up again? Do you have do you want to go there?
Again.
Do you have a thought on that?
So we're just going to erase everything, huh? So so essentially, what's our history going to begin with? Is it going to begin today? This is our history when we teach kids moving forward?
It might be.
Today, okay, so nothing happened up until right now. It's like how I feel about color television. Like, it really didn't, like that's when history for me really began.
With color television?
Color television. Everything before that.
Wait a minute. No. Do you realize what kind of fantastic programs there were on before color television?
None.
None?
How do you know what happened?
Because we have archives.
It was black and white. You don't know.
So you're saying that just like color television, what we would do is we would destroy all the archives of all the great black and white programs that were out there before color television, and because we've destroyed the archives, they never existed?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Color television is when history started.
Now, here's the problem. You're serious. Like you and Jake both believe that there was no good television in black and white.
It was just putting the radio on TV.
No, it wasn't.
They threw.
Wait a minute.
They threw some stick figures up there, and
no,
they said,
wait a minute.
They got murder, Mrs. Smith.
Oh shucks.
Oh, Jolly G, I got milk for 7 cents.
Okay. Hold on a second. When do you think? See, you know the biggest problem I have right now? I'm trying to wrap my head around the fact that this is my boss. That's what I'm trying to do here.
Bringing you into the new world.
Mr. 7 cents milk. No, the problem here is that I've completely lost my train of thought because the 7 cents milk thing was just right there.
Hey, Jimmy, go down and milk the cow. We'll get it for free.
You're half joking about the fact of black and white TV. Do you even know the year that color television started?
When history started.
No, that's not when history started. Color television was probably in the 60s? 1962, 63, I think.
That seems like a good time to start history.
But you had TV shows that were halfway through that. You had Green Acres and Andy Griffith, who started out black and white and became color shows, and they were fantastic on both sides.
Drew.
All right.
Let me tell you something.
We've gone to a very, very weird place.
I watched that Andy Griffith show one time. They put a guy in jail and had coffee and cake with him while he was in prison.
Because it was a good hometown, because they knew him. It was the drunk. His name was Earl, or I forgot the guy's name. But he was a good, wholesome guy who just liked the bottle a little too much. And they were family, and it was friends, and it was community, and they were, okay. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Milk for 7 cents.
I don't see it.
Are these angry calls, or are these? I see a bunch of calls on hold. What are they?
Completely unrelated.
Completely unrelated. All right. So what we learned this morning as we get ready to go to breaks, there are a lot of people that want to chime in, and I don't know if we have enough time, is I am concerned that downtown, that if they don't put the bust back of Robert E. Lee, that we'll have the county name next, we'll have the changing of areas around Southwest Florida and the state. We're going to get to the federal level. We're going to get to our founding fathers because...
Well, what are they going to put? What are they going to replace it with?
They don't have to replace it with anything. They can just leave it empty. They tear the whole...
A palm tree? They're just going to take it out and put a palm tree on.
It could be. Oh, Otis. Thank you, Mike Moody. Mike Moody is one of the...
Oh, Mike Moody loved... are you kidding me?
Otis the drunk.
He was watching TV before it was even invented.
For sure, I can second that.
All right, you all are getting me in trouble.
He still listens to the old radio shows.
All right, hold on. Paul's out on Marco, and he wanted to make the...
I like the rock.
Paul, you get the last. You get the last comment here before this famous program becomes.
Let's
no
get
longer.
to it. If we're talking about starting history when color TV came out, let's go back in time to when Ted Turner was colorizing movies like Gone with the Wind. Let's go even further back and go to the old silent movies and colorize them.
There you go. See that? What if all of those movies were colorized? So now, what are you suggesting? If they're all colorized, so that it's okay. So that means we can go back to all of that that time period.
Well, I woke up this morning.
Remember, Ted Turner has something you don't: a receipt of purchase.
You got that right.
I
woke up this morning to learn that Gone with the Wind is racist.
Yes, that's right. Gone with the Wind is no longer going to be on HBO.
Cops got canceled.
Right.
Cops got canceled.
Why would we want to see cops doing the right thing? Why would we want to do that? Why would a show like Cops and Live PD, who sees what cops have to deal with every single day, why would we want to show that to the public? Oh my God, I hate Hollywood. I hate them with a passion.
John Cassio, everybody. That is my program. That is my boss right there, just so you know.
Milk for 7 cents.
Please send your cards and letters, care of this station, to John Cassio, and he'll be sure to read them if you have any thoughts of what just happened. By the way, you can always watch on YouTube. It's a fun watch to watch the expressions on his face. You're almost worried about his health.
So is my wife.
No, there's good reason for that. All right, let's find out how the remainder of the forecast is shaping up with Wink News meteorologist Matt Devitt.
For today with our heat index.